we e kan hye despite media ya na ya de je ho ababa de akwakopi afia bato no emo December 7th me I sure pass nyina ya twen se enti omampani akufu ado na dwuma eba na wie ya wan na bedi na de and a parliament where also see is so the 8th parliament sir a free why mo na eba we mu look alike ana we mu look alike na beba na say
ho obi ahu anameboa Womusum basi 350 schools from scratch. Womadu number sign womadu. Enti anano sa na ekono dia meme ye nui. Won so bae wo dia won enye ntokwa. Enye me behunahuna. Enye na me be fa nkrofo ama ahomachen. Omo aba ma so efufie edu akoto beebi. Enye nu nti ne eto aba. Yetu abasa mpuntumra enti saa na ye no sa omanu sikaba ye nsemo ye de ye.
Lawyer Martin Kwebu a private legal practitioner. Counsel my yo ya da se papa so anya ho adaje awie. Lawyer na opomu ye de.
Hello?
Lawyer Temenga.
Yes, Metonka.
Yo, na me bisa sa opomu ye de.
Wow, kakra. That was a mine wife. Yeah, bro. Yeah, brepa or mine wife. That's a me be me phone so. Share request. Oh, lawyer, wa me ma didn't you school fees. Lawyer, wa me into your bank rent. In blue, Median, Sally. And you, and yen. Yeah, break. Look, I'm one say, best is here, Ghana. Ye guy, a bank community, best a papa. Oh my national economy is down. You must work for sure. They are suffering, really suffering. Ghana now, if you want to pass it on, Obedio Mantinia, Ghana bear Cabeshano, and you, Ghana not Japan, they are suffering. And I'm also Kakra. Last minute, the guy cost of living crisis not some car. The air can among yourself no quan. I say, oh, among yourself, the Yama. About me and you are suffering. You are suffering. We never did depend on my wife. Yeah, bread.
Mate lawyer, Mate. Every year, friend Waboko. And someone see a free last week, Thursday, ABC, and now you can say, Ewo Parliament. Minim say, Udim, the senior, another, and Yafina, and Sabah born the top of Bium, Ediama war. A free, now no speaker can say, we declare Konya for vacant. Babisi Sabri. Pacho, Eddie Kain, sa action of speaker no, or not also Musain.
We declare vacancy, no.
Pacho,
oh, speaker vacancy no declare, and yet. Ne kwan so no. No. Emrano is clear because one, ubie MPP constitution article 3 clause 9. Omu say MPP say omuyi parliamentary candidate na obi fufuro a we MPP member okasi ukojina content kra e na automatically ubehwe where you membership of the MPP. I'm sure say more constitution no. More MPP constitution no.
But I say
me say when MPP constitution no.
Me ba chawai.
It's clear the word there is automatically. MPP say the parliamentary candidate. Now, who is MPP member? Now, who could now continue independent candidate? Why who is MPP member? Say, I know, mudi a man for the every party. Say, only your friend say even Alan Mokrano. Say, Alan Munina. Say, only members of the party because automatically, no. Or they lost their membership. Or him in two moon, and not him in 2 minutes, yes. So that, as a man speaker, we are in a year, and Coco to say ABC was very clear. And when you assembly, it was clear. I don't know, clear, Yabeka, near Enians, Yabeka, to say, speaker, or anything that. Or friends say a trap from Black Parliament. Yakasi Sadani and pen. Okay, I say on the 9th of the 5th of January, a trap for Koho, Jabra and move Parliament, who am I a Gui Nimasi, into your Kesseh Sadani and pen. Into everyone says, speaker, fire, invite your trap to send the Mumbraho, a trap for a soldier for the other the photocast and Becca soldier for. So I know Yabeka, a young so Yabeka, into speaker, we are now say 4 seats now a vacant. Oh, Raman the crime would be standing orders of parliament, order 18. Also, speaker, and obe announce inform the House of any vacancy in the in Parliament, vacancy in the seat in Parliament. Na sebina oye.
Standing order and say on announce and I say on declare.
On announce.
Okay, but
announce.
To declare any to announce. Say nya de ba ko ana.
Oh, sir. You see idea you. Hey.
That lawyer Major Molo school man ko binti me de kwanchan de nanam de nam ho meet mu ka kantina me bisa we.
So what happens ne say ono nti ono na oye by the procedure no ono nti na kire say anka say the amanfo kan nti obi na be declare anka na speaker announce nti na anka hwan na be declare.
Okay. Eti omo kan sa no site Michael Quay instance no where omo kan say sa bre no John Boadu no general secretary of NPP otro krata the command speaker no say omo suspended and the amoakwasiama enti ejina no so enema
omo yi na free party no anaya
omo yi na free party no okay omo yi na free eno na ma speaker Quay enya ahoden gina so kan say sa na tie dia ene sa seat no aye vacant but we say dia no amasa no usomu saying
there be what we mention I can say well say kabima min kabio amambu nti obi atimi kire na ade nti I cannot stop them but o share eyina substance na any can say speaker be ka so train letter no because clearly no be who say in this case, when you are there, MPP bet was silent and because almost was silent and I let us moku into a month that baby into Sana a best say Mbrano. Let's say, 10 beer a fine be or MPP prayer. On here, Nipa near even do say some of the time a majority, which means 20-30 members more than the minority. Into time, don't be brave na on here kakrebi no obetro letter no sa asem ba they will be content kra then party no then this MPP or CPP or whatever obetro letter no so ada obehu say oni dom no ene on tro because oni say otro na we kunu ho we bua no for it on tro so it's going to lead to selective application of the law. And no say why because when you talk about in this current state, no, MPP himself, almost trust our letter now. Let's just say, and who want to do that? So it will defeat the law. It's clear to me, say, yeah, they say, in certain they are trained, mass pass, and draw letter and sana, where you free parliament.
Okay, quick one, and sana, what was so nia so yeja ye nama bontina ye di nkomo omanfo so kan ye tibi ene say parliament sa parliament we ho 8th parliament GCC ano enum na ye to abayi sa MPs 4 no a speaker declare omunkonwa no vacant no now omon kan say obo tesi a omuti omafri omo parties no mu ena aba na omo so ombe contest no eno ye for the 9th parliament enti no entimi mbase sa action we no ye take against omo current parliament no a omo ewo mu especially when omo parties ma bonten me kan say ye yi omo no eno so mu say
good nti eno no me ka say menu omo nya adwen kwa here nya one example ma mo hwe no da kwa me use that example na wo Neat FM na Magere ka say ono no say Neat FM ye TFM mo sister a company also we use that example no crowd dada many American no nefu Omaru Sanda Amadu CTFM for a anchor inti anchor ye afenyu marking MP4 efutu ono enanka wa file say okujina ama NDC ana okujina content kura yebeka sisula or MPP member MPP for Jesu afenyu marking, okay. A former majority leader say, "Anko na me no Kesseh easy. Elections na ebe baso on December 7th. No, ono na akwa file say ono the content cross and okujinama NDC MPP for on the peninsula say still avenue a member of their party on the peninsula. Oh, I don't know. They say yama a chrono sabio too much. Into yama sene yeshana BBMY and Adani ano or the same to me a cast and football. It's more they just understand it. Look at that thing. As a new market. Say, no, I call Casio or MPP. And I say, or ye Okujina content for over Penise or the whole a party member. It's not the party leader. And I say, or say, Chairman Sabusu. No, the crowd I say or no, or co-independent. Can you imagine? Would you allow that to continue? See, I tell me, I don't know. You're not. I to say, oh, I don't know. Almost the yes, him had the year setting. Oshana M1, no assistant, no. Oh, they did. Oh,
okay.
It's a problem.
Okay, Mewa, two quick issues. I may be Saunafe, Erie, and Komoi. Did it kind and I didn't know if I marking former majority leader.
Tell me the speaker on young Bethany Assembly of Parliament. We said Supreme Court actual a speaker answer said Nesaka, but on young anchor say based on the Supreme Court decision, no, or my reverse. I was a speaker, Rebecca. Speaker on young Kai, the speaker become of parliament. Then nothing when we say okay, what can because so far no also in Saka Supreme Court a orders no. But on young family Juma said Oman Tinasi ama Juma no Oman ye enyeshi yenya abotre.
But OTA speaker so all Kasano. Ochusini words very carefully, still no address Afenyo as majority leader.
Maybe you say Onyan Dania Semno or Dania
okay.
Or Dania Semna, yes. He has to say that based on the Supreme Court decision, no, this order that I made on this and this day, I mean declaration no speaker, oh yeah, no, Wadani, Dani. So he has to do that. Oh yeah, anything.
Okay. Ehono na my last question. I mean, action by speaker no. And no omokoye. Speaker acknowledge say when ya krata every Supreme Court. Now krata every Supreme Court by ade ba ko pen na krata na ye. Or say na no o ma ruling be say ruling no stay and find ya adwuma. Kopim say asem na nkasa ugina e ma ukoma za ruling no. Ye in Supreme Court ebedi awie. So states are ruling no. Speaker kind krata no ewo parliament wie no. One can so say a sense Supreme Court are directing a say on stay in the ruling intino. Sa ruling no o stay and one so kind krata no and o jan hosa. Say obi a we emranimu ni. Sa action by speaker o fan saying.
What I see is that it's work in progress. Say nipa bebre akọ speaker nine so say onya maninka. Because since you see, and you say, I don't know Supreme Court here, no, and camera, and if you are lawyers, cry, said you, a Sukonuma, or millionaire who said, David, you lawyer, cuckoo dam, your coffin, Sukonuma, or Pierre, a nipper be crowd, nipper be Briamunian lawyers, who said they be away there in camera. So, as a whole nation, for the first time, you will say, Supreme Court, maybe, and okay. So,
Kesseh Supreme Court ne jina no say wotin.
Oh, and the otin. Can they ya but nem person meta repeat doses. Oh, by no ya say the Supreme Court here but also now we want to find a solution. I won't go further. I won't go into further details on that point. Let's make progress. You know, I said from so there Batanipa ho. You see asem na ba ya can fault no sa ewie. You see ano me enye a solution no. You see ano as a lawyer no also speaker who say adewe or mo ka se no da no mo tu aso a e bin tempi deba Oh, I didn't send ye beye one to one human degree na or say or a journey indefinitely na omako akoye further consultation if you mama enya abutre further consultation so Ghana dey e order. So I'm sure as soon as possible no be consultations no afi omaba na wa ba betua so
lawyer area Peace FM eda wase our decision time so bibia ni a ebreba mo yesan no bekasa
yo
yeah that's papa lawyer Martin Kpebu a private legal practitioner on na yanko lawyer Paintisil and so cancel my high 2 okay hello cancel
hello
my high
yeah
na wapo mo
hello
yo se se ani anu nua lawyer Martin Kpebu twetwe nkomo me say utie kakra okay eti my enfam free to hon famra speaker enra ebra o motena ase no acknowledge say wanya communication from Supreme Court. Now Supreme Court to say ne ruling no ana no ma ye no on stay. Answer maybe some substantive question, but me say court to catch will say why you be na stay na or patch the saying.
Very simple. In the particular context of this case, the speaker had purportedly pronounced that 4 MPs are no longer members of the House. And within the context of what the speaker has pronounced, the only reasonable interpretation, the only consensual interpretation is that what you have said cannot work.
La mpacho ubet me agina ye kakra ba ye say line no ya faint kakra.
Mr. Can you hear me now?
It's still not too clear. Yes, lawyer. I.
You see, words have to be separated within the context. Are you okay now?
Lawyer mpacho me sign free obium na yen hwese e be ye clearer kakra. .3 and one Facebook and YouTube so Despite Media. Junior Despite says, I thought this program is going to be different from usual programs. But calling this lawyer, hey, until I do you know. George Obin, good afternoon. Kesseh, please ask lawyer Kpebu. The decision of the court arrived at a time Justice Baga versus MPP with his reference to the MPP constitution. Okay, but your question is that claim my papa anti sign for brebium. Sapon George said, Nana Kesseh, are you sure this man is truly yes, he is. Please, next time you shouldn't bring lawyer Kpebu. Every year, Akosan Deborah said, okay, every year. Nana Poku says MPP constitution is not the same as the law in Ghana or in Parliament. This lawyer always talk me. Okay, Cosmos upon Nana Kesseh, please. You need independent lawyers for this program. Lamte Kwao Richard said, Dear Peace FM, when you are inviting objective views from lawyers, please don't call Martin Kpebu. JC Sapon, Ghanaians should start coming out with ideas and solutions to solve this country's problem. Instead of crying, my leaders and our leaders are humans, not supernatural beings. Master Planner Jr. said, Supreme Court decision wrong. Hey, Martin Kpebu, What a lawyer we have in this country. Fantastic Wilberforce, Sefia Sanyeso. The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has done nothing wrong for declaring 4 seats vacant because the 1992 Constitution permit him to declare the seat, like how former Speaker, how former Speaker declared former seat vacant when Honorable Andy Amakwesiama decided to run independently after he was disqualified from contesting the party's primaries. Okay. Mame Akusia Druwa says, this lawyer is okay. Okay. Mame Kwa Humana Sanamene, lawyer Paintisil and Twan Common. Council.
Hello.
Yes, Papa. Let me be said to say, court to catch that say, stay your decision, not us saying.
Why I should be I said now court is what she share no go break mo she share no on jina be go janara na nyimpa na e ya what she said no on be na adwuma come blessing I very simple me you kwan biara able to be interpret the matter no.
Okay,
there's only one way. You have done something which intended as in a year the idea of what you did in there. This you can coin the Nedruma bra or yes and brash shaman doyen. I am ruling now. This is the main panel. Wait, let's Supreme Court is one some like panel will break. Many panel on by Nedruma and consider Yari would be a chance from the the master mean Obiara also a lawyer to the master. So what's a lawyer? A practice in our law courts. These orders are made every day. Now what's there? The court in the can and Tassa. I don't even know what you want to say.
But what he said was that Supreme Court, no, or from so the Supreme Court erred inside decision to say speaker no on state ni ruling no. What do you make of that?
You see, that is even more dangerous for a lawyer. Even district court, even if you go to a district court, or WhatsApp, where the lawyer, where are you right or you wrong? The simple law, the simple rule of law and rule of practice, meaning there. The all kind of a pill, the way you a question in mirror, court, Lanka Sosabadana, and another court, that is, I mean, expert afford, we are the case for expert afford the Supreme Court rules. But it is not for parties to decide whether to comply or not to comply with decisions of courts, whether they like it, they don't like it. With decisions of court, the simple rule and practice is obey before complaint. The court can honor year in your court in the Obiara and carrying a perform Supreme Court. Obiara and Canada service the framework now. This is one now who question on what the Supreme Court was. The Supreme Court is made up of people like you and me. And therefore they are capable of making errors. But for certainty in the law and the practice and enforcement of the law, there is a simple principle. The court has some what's in there as some number we can pay a juma, Kusimbira, court in Weden, Obasanajin, another application as a court is that is the end of the matter. So when a lawyer argues there are some courts that you can choose whether to respect it or not. It's shocking. It is more than shocking.
Okay.
It is the preaching of anarchy, confusion.
Okay. Now, my question is, the speaker here, you know, or can krata when you krata every Supreme Court. Now, or can content no uye and to constitutional provisions near a mark kwan say Parliament no omo be share therefore the omo friend quorum and afei nipa dodo a omo hia ansa no matimi take decision e wo fie ho owie na o say esan say ohwe a omo nduru half at least half of the house no ntino wa join and I feel what two master na sheda yenim mo am se ne da o se den yenim da wo de ebeba. Now after reading that communication from the Supreme Court no Edian and Kana SSS speaker or the Kahon apart from sa constitutional provisions na okotu ye no
sorry. Obagenda. Dan or court of parliament, what a member now kind of matter. On Ankasa as speaker, the Supreme Court is kind of say out of the usual. For parliament to be properly constituted, based on what the Supreme Court has said, what it meant was that nothing had changed in the House. If nothing had changed in the House, then what it meant in the baby and this focus time, you want to have you. That is the first point. You to what we are speaker, we are lawyer. The Supreme Court can what I say, minimum some more. The first duty of the speaker when the parliament convened yesterday was to tell them the information I received, tell them the meaning of what they have received, and make the proper orders directed to non-party members in there. Based on what the Supreme Court has said, they were not supposed to sit where they were sitting. Because sitting where they were sitting was certainly an attempt to enforce what the Speaker had ruled the previous day. And therefore, to prepare the place for the business of the day, we should enforce what the Supreme Court said. What he has done was just to read and to forget and to ignore and to pretend that everything was in order. So the parliament itself was out of order. And what the Speaker did was to confirm the disorder that was prevailing at all times. So he was not only deceiving himself, was deceiving the whole of Ghanaian, making a mockery of our democracy. That's the way I put it. He was making a mere mockery. The Supreme Court can sort of how do you interpret? How do you actualize? How do you take steps to ensure that the Supreme Court is kind of what I can say? If the Lucano, so there was this order. So what they did yesterday was I accident according to plan. It was not any effort or any account on the part of the Speaker. There, you can see in the Supreme Court judging and ruling what the Bayejuma. He was totally ignoring the Supreme Court. It's very simple. So what he did was the predictable result of the position he himself had taken. So at the end of the day, it was not surprising. I mean, I was particularly not surprised. But it only shows the contempt that he, the Speaker, has for the Supreme Court. Very simple. That's my understanding.
Okay. Enti lawyer baby aye duri. Yamfa hen. Dey na be ye na sanity about parliament.
We know the view of the Supreme Court. And the Speaker, why did you not find you? Now, what's our child word you want to think? Say, Sarah, as some of the Supreme Court says, Sarah. And then, Mark and I may one day, Attorney General, why an submission? One or so, was the back. Because I tell you what I see. A mill will do Supreme Court. What is going on? There's anarchy, there's confusion, there's whatever. But this confusion will not be there forever. Into the center, and my service, and pay you from you can I as well go to Parliament when so Supreme Court to rule on we're taking stubborn disobedience when you disagree because our you look at say it can never happen. The court, even the state court, magistrate court to go to I can be less than you. And son, I climb a Kesseh, I climb a High Court, I climb a Court of Appeal, I climb a Supreme Court. When I was a brother, I mean, we are fighting you. One can say once and one day, and then one fight you. One was a man fight you. It was a maybe seven. The solution, one was one to Supreme Court. I mean, the Dama kind there. I can tell you about me. Yeah, Kenya, that no, there, Attorney General, why financial mission. Wombrana was she me was when that was all day. That's what to me, yeah. We just is the actual now to Supreme Court there, and go to watch and what the matter. The matter is nearly football. And no one shall walk a cancer for Martin. On a people don't time. I'm totally shocked and surprised at everything that he said. But me know that me put them kind of as some going for moving, your pay, no Supreme Court. Another Martin Pebble time, more Korea, Mara, or that Supreme Court one really want some of the time. I have, and I have ever. And I know my hand, number from my end. Well, okay, now I listen to it and I'm totally shocked that a lawyer can argue the way he argues. But with due respect to him, it's an attitude, but I only challenge him. Then I can't want to say, when the Supreme Court is very rules, we will see where the case will go. That a lawyer can argue that Supreme Court don't can really argue whoever told him that. One man no go to wait than what there. Supreme Court rule, not Supreme Court rule in a wrong. And now whatever. Who said that Supreme Court or I abortion was it one and open not different. Well, you party them now. Then you pay the other one for me, But for other in civil society, we don't rely on the correctness of a judgment, whether of the Supreme Court or of any court, as the basis for complying with it. You shall ask him. Is that his case? That when the Supreme Court rules and disagree for any reason, you must refuse to comply? Or is the compliance limited to only a section of the society? Or to everybody? That's the question that I would have known that you should have asked him. Or parliamentarians are watching what do they bring Supreme Court to? And now court to go any other court to rule. No, whether there's the right and the proper attitude. That's the proper question that you should answer. But as things are now, you know that the woman also come for women, what shall come on the same. I'm say it's so hobby. This is all for well, we should know man, you walk with you. Maybe my man break it down. I tell you, I don't know, and to know, compare here or the Supreme Court. And they are Attorney General, one family, was work and time, was work one day. And let's say one Supreme Court to come rule. Now, this constitutional matter here for Parliament, no way, Supreme Court will interpret them. Now, this is not the first time that the Supreme Court is going to interpret any conduct or any law or anything. Why hear your rebel, the Supreme Court rule, yeah, also Supreme Court rule and will rule. There's never going to be an occasion in this country the Parliament itself will interpret their own rules to satisfy their own whims and then expect the whole country to hold it as whatever.
Council area, Peace FM Darcy.
I know that's it.
You, lawyer, Kwaku Paintisil. And you're not trying to come on your private legal practitioners. Decision time, and was so egusu out in Peace FM. Any na Haruna Isaka said, oh, what is really going on in Ghana? Ousu Ajima, nice program. Please, those of you insulting, stop insulting. Meshach Asante, this lawyer Paintisil, he will cry. Looking at how he is speaking. Kwame Ousu Ajima, any lawyer who will be interviewed, please let him or her relate impeachment. Okay, when we. Kwasi Usu says if the NDC will not obey the Supreme Court when the NDC disagrees with any results, where will they take that case to? Edwin Affle says the whole world knows that Martin Kpebu is an NDC and will always support NDC actions. Onona Dream watch and said they also so watch the pepe no. Decision time and was so egusu awutie. Peace FM nie FM na na Kesseh. me kwa homa no so na me ne Professor Smart Sapon atwetwe nkomo ye wi a Honorable Sam Ayepay watenase ayenhua no boga
nana
wo ho teden
nyame adom me hu ye na won so ye
oh nyame adom Kofi Parefo wo ho teden
wo hu ye Dr. Chua Kofi Pare kwa agwa ntakota wo chia mu nyina
na anyway Kofi wayo onso no ofi Kofi Pare o ba bi e fe tete ngu no ofi ba na sen mete ne nka che na o me first na ke obesan unim se ukọ Kofi Pare abefa oto anse okay
it first na ya obesan ko a me hunu bat na sen obetwa mu ache pa
oyo constituent there say oyo constituent
ye be kwa ko na echi ko
esa wo hwe na chira pa
na ye be ko
Kofi wayo mete ne nka che mete ne nka che mo hwe no mai why that's it. Sam Ayepay na ote nenka no enche bia me ne Professor Smart Sapon wiepe na obete Honorable Sam Ayepay na afi Erika J enso so enka decision time and waso eguso awutie Professor Smart Sapon Prof ma
nana ya Kesseh the cardinal me jo so me nia be ma
na pomo e
eja na dom me jiri se won so ho ye
awurade adom me so me ho ye pa. For Professor Smart Sapon in the Kesseh, we're Director for Research and Innovation at Kumasi Technical University. Prof, on 7 December, Ghana will make a decision. Now, when the BD and Nimbium Parliament, Bain, President Bain, Eba, any idea. Na a person who didn't come on here say Ghana and Kasankasa free 1992. Yesuban Wabatum. Any year at the same.
Good. Nana me do asewie na match abusuafo wanti di oni wonom so a magye mre etie ye Ghana fa na nyina ye ma obibia aha. Na yato yensa so afro so dwumadi ye se ne na ye fi ase no. Omonje mre na omuni yen entina nkosi ase. Ye bo modia se ye behye obibia nkran se abato ye be ye odi ne ho behyem. Se ne a wo bisa no from 1992 Ghana for Africa ewo abatu mu no to da bia na ewo so to da bi so a na enshin kran enti me gina sa akonya ade ma me so abobo niema enan bi so nti a se obi bia de ne ho hye sa abatu ya ebe mu ye di kan ne se wa obe do ho be sha abatu emu asigina ye fi se ne ye tie bia wo de obekwa akoto aba no. That is oh, bo in democracy in the they can say you are defending our democracy. Yes, you be kabima min kabi. Argentina no enter in once every 4 years. It is a beneso now tie home come na yes meaning say umpe democracy no. So yenya na yenya bato no say den but benefoso come aji atumu say the West form of democracy will remain better than soldier buying and as a military rule. For the sake of the democracy we want to defend, your best Ghana for be your BIA and free BIA say. Fitting there, quite if you said you made the say peace FM, the catcher of say 2024 December 7th about one over to be. Now, over sharp from soon crime will be a soy worker, to be. Ye tosu mienu ene se obua emansisan papa ba so okoto aba no a wo san krankra wutie ye na wiei wo so wabua na ya obua emansisan papa ba ye tietie ni ampanifo na keka no a wa wudwene mu na utiri mu no de na afo se beboa e de afo se emwa na gina so to na emansisan papa emra ne tosu miensa no so se wanya kwan a wonso Ghana nkobo no wonso bema wano aduru mu bi unya yanka beka bibi pa enso yentimi e makwan mo bi ameka bi over parliament for example MPs ne represent nipadom bi anka ese nipadom no anka sa obi enya kwanya mako kan de ye ne sa enye enti this is the time wonso ese wonso kasama Ghana to nka enti ya tosu miensa ne say wotu aba ni bia wa magana te wonka ena the fourth and the last one they say you are taking part in choosing who represents you. Representation is key. From presidential to parliamentary ni concept of representation. Ghana nipa ba ko a ye bo Ghana pe yɛde bɛgyina hɔ ama yɛ nyinaa. In fact, the content here will be between 2 terms, in the next 50 years or in the next 40 years, very few people can represent this country as heads of state, and that's a umbedi of my na kwenya basa wo tie ye no beka ho na ye nyi obi ma ni na ye na ya nem se Ghana fo na fi parliamentary so ye nyi obi ma ni na ye na nem wo constituency kura wo free mu nti me bo the tofa representation sake and number 2 say wo Ghanans komo ye ekoso ifa akoko mu ti be kire wa adwene na ne etoso miensa ne se bua man se san papa mra na ne etoso 9 ne se democracy no sabe wa hu soja aban na sorry na oye no example from Begatro said the worst form of democracy is still better than the best form of military rule, and to be part of the defense of our democracy. We need neman na years will be addition na eshed in crime say sorry waka na battle ya ba to December 70 what to be voter turnout so I never form. And this year, we will take our time near far region by region voter turnouts and encourage voters to come out and vote. Ebinu mo okra di anana, omuko koto abano, and so muto say no, rejected ballot. In fact, rejected ballot for some regions can go very high than even number 2 Obinya, EDD, Parliament, MP and ABD. For example, region be to say Ashanti region. Yeah, Ashanti region. Rejected ballots the last time about 34,800. And so constituencies need be MPs, members of parliament be represent woman for anywhere near 34,000, but they come as MPs. But central region 27,000 rejected ballots near the and to show more. Yerefa no maku we dem di twemu keke ba to hwemu a ebinum kra no kwa apart from turnout e wo form no ebinum kra so kwa deliberately or indeliberately say o mo shadow so man shadow then so nchechemu na nkoyo o mo to a no mo ma no akwa and the attitude of Ghanaians low turnout, rejected ballots, any generally ya okeka ye de ko abatu mu no aya na e wo form. International bitaya ejina so ne astress afie die omuma ensakayemra na obia ntimi sori waka enkonkoche na adwene December 7.
Okay, said the oka no breko nanim no ye behwe data no said the ma no dodo eba ne ade etie but ena ye hwe mfiafia ho yi ma memisa se efi 1992 I started to ababa bisi sabri ya bato suban no ya na tisen ye to aba ne sen o ma mu ni nyina.
Well, nearly Kaya 1992 in the Senate Ayina no presidential no or Mampeni that when the baby call President Jerry John Rawlings and Odi Munkunim. See a Bekaya na Oba Soja Bang and Oma who quite say Yenye Kabimaminka be a memo. And the Peninfua Bejaku Bitanasi, as he said in the 1992 Constitution, no. And then Kasakasa Parliament, therefore, a young way decided Bakose Parliament, and no Muno the 1992 Constitution, rather, the 1992 Constitution of Mampenida John Rawlings, Emma Bejaku, as she said, any other no Omuna, Omu create an organ called Parliament. Na kwakusa pon no maguma hene mehene osagefo kuntunkun kwa wanya be ko no mpanifu akese bebre na ekika bo mo ehye ade at the advent of the 1992 constitution the first president of the Fourth Republic there yina ye say eye openia wanya be ko mpani dada Jerry John Rawlings sabre ni mo no ma sebeja na nko ne semia ene ye hunu no benifoni bebre especially ewo MPP afem say omunko abato no and say virtually it was a wholesale parliament for the NDC na abafofro enti sanete 1992 in fact all Kadimamka Binankasa pick shape very well towards the 2000 elections, at the 2004 election, and on Econechi into me, ha man for baby, but Oba and Nimha 2008, I know the mission said, if only baby, Becca, opening a to Abano, echo first round, second round, and that time now, but we are seeing on up on Penny that I was in the baby corporate and mills, and Eddie Munkunim. Parliament, Sabreno. Na NDC ne di kan enya ewo dondodo of parliament 113 and MPP for eto aso with 105 members of parliament. NDC maintaining majority of parliament 2012. Omunya 148 members of parliament, MPP 123 and Omodebu Omaino Sabreno 2012. And about 2016 amamo necessary Yin President Mills, Daniel Chedema, Wampeni, Dada, John Dramani Mahama, and also in 2016, or Daniel Chedema, Nana Danko Kufuado as a president, and also according pre no swore, and or the some air barrier, the next election 2024, the opening Vice President Mahmoud Baumia, MA opening. John Dramani Mahama nominee for Fraka, ever baby, and new parties, respective parties, and a Debako Premier there. Yabafano, region by region, their impact and all those things will come to play. But generally, historically, no. In fact, my main campaign chat was the biggest shock. SCO, the Fourth Republic, in terms of parliamentary, a SCO between 2016 and 2020. 2016, no, MPP for the majority in parliament by winning 46 good seats. 46, not Abreno. Now, and so said, one more stringy seats, the brace. And so, much as the change was, the additional seats was very huge, 46. In the next election, at 2016, the National, Omulusu, another record. The same side that won 46 huge seats lost 32 seats, also very huge. And NDC and so on. 2016, Omulusu as good as 42 seats. No, Omuso more in 2020, being at 31 seats. Changes or additions and subtractions are also in the Fourth Republic, but from one parliament to the other. A some power that which occurred in 2016. And then the reverse, which my friend, the direct reverse, are essentially in 2020. It's a very interesting scenario. Also, on my penny, the energy, so far, percentage and so power, ANC 2016. I can not say change be the bar and said that man of Kesseh. And so, 2016, the change in presidential nearby, was supposed to be the biggest. The effect of swing regions, strongholds, weak codes, and how they all contribute to the elections as we progress with the decision time.
Okay, and the Prof Obia Oden Fidi to Peace FM, Juade Wia, and Ukuada decision time. A ban say election analysis and some of Fafa Huna. A boben I'll bet me a shed on Dian Sad and Nipano, Obeti, a few ho, Diana, or the Bemayan. Then soon I said the Obecanas Aneti.
Good. Namia Doma, Yatimi, Echinigan, and Fanai baby baby. Inti Emra ye discussing near my war, near business chimney near Airbano. Na ye share nim so ashenia, or Manfon so eka. Na Efunsus and Swan Betimi are dead on December 7th. In the Naya Parliament, here I walk 137, so Nansia Gay by Unsus and Soviet and Soviet. Media never about to cancel the 137 with one independent. A quite bad the Befasoa, and the Sayer Ben the Beba, by Befrehin Naba, the possible places where such changes may occur. You better discuss our decision time. So, Osha I have one Kesseh out of Incunyans near a half no MPP will move and 9 NDC will move saying that Ebeko going into 2024. Ashanti MPP will move 42, independent Bako or MPP near and the fans 43. NDC will move Mako 9. Saying na Ebeko going into 2024. Saying na form for Nwankasa Eka. Western region, Nkunya Dun soon the Woho. MPP will move Krum, NDC will move watching. Saying na Yeko Ye Nimuno, Eka Koye Greater Accra. NDC will move a June 20. MPP will move do 914. Yeko Ye Nimuno Greater Accra dynamics no. Saying it here from this time to December 7, constituency by constituency. Na over Western North nso a nkunya ne ye 9 eye nkono emumiensa na MPP eteso sisi a na emunsia ye NDC and Western North. What are the dynamics, the changes that are likely to occur in Western North? There are very interesting communities and their dynamics in there. Why na etia onim se okoba bi to say bia Zabila or Upper Easter. Here pa any deplorable schools danya ebubu say heni esimo why nenim in kronkoni na consensus nya no mahia de. And when we listen to some of these things on decision time, ebema say be say we need that consensus no kra be bia otibia no, you will relate. No one will say, oh, our problem now what consensus no, only abia Zabila for the same issue. Wait. Now I am very informed going into elections 2024. Bono sisi ya nkunya ewoho eye 12. Omacha ne pepepe NDC wo mu insia, MPP nso wo mu insia na 2024 ebeko ne saying detailed analysis of all the 12 constituencies in Bono obetia na just a decision time. Bono is 11 seats, 8 were NDC ho miensa were MPP ho. Eko ye no ebeko saying Central region 23 seats. Central region, whereas presidential Mampeni and Adam Kwakufadu winning in parliamentary. NDC was Central region. 13 seats versus MPP 10 seats. Yeko 2024 no. Yenshe Nimusa Den and the BCA. Eastern region 4 Nkunya Mako 33. Sa 33 on the layer say NDC Kitemu Moche. MPP Ewomu 25 eduno enum yeko yanim 2024 no ebi beka ho ana eso bete yenra constituencies nim on decision time near the likely outcomes that will emerge. Oko northern region also chempe sene wo bono 6 by 6 no. Oko northern regions nso a nkunya ne ye 18 northern region proper nkunya ne ye 18 eno so MPP afamu nkuno NDC afamu nkuno ene ye ka say Kone saying, and him calling this side and I MPP side. Northeast, and Kunyani Yen, Yeka say, a moon 9 and a MPP Teso, and a mummy no NDC Teso. Also, NDC Betimania, who did their maintain to no, and I had the Bimpa Kahon, and now MPP, a betra for so with the current dynamics are like there are no, a free Northeast. Saying a Northeast for Eka. Decision time, Ebema Ubia Otie, Ahunia Koso or not is I mean, we will ground you to the community so that you can relate. Maybe Atibi Ebe or Sejama Ujina, Chaiponi, Ana Ujina, Nalegu Gambaga, Ana Wale Fie. Ebe creative picture no, I'm a work with Senia Tier, Ewa Northeast and other regions. Upper East were 15 constituencies. And so Kate, MPP Akuya Wumuye Bako, NDC Kitemu Dunai. A strong dominance of the NDC in Upper East. MPP Betimie Tina, and now Bakune walk on the crown, NDC Betia Faso, Adia for Musemana. When you listen to decision time, Ubenya near Kosovo Upper East, and the likely strength of the two major parties, NMPO, parties in Kakran, Ketwana, Kanua, Ekakahono. Upper West, Ewo, 11 constituencies. A mummy and Sawa MPP in 70 and a mumotre ewo NDC in 2024 kone saying miensano omu betimi and rather metie opani ba ko Upper West ho na o ka se MPP target se umbeje nkunya ni munum ana mienu aka miensa yi ho mrene nkrabia decision time say na eko ye nyina ye betie ni behu se omu betimi agi mienu na ka ho na ana NDC nso betwia fa MPP so Upper West agi miensa no aka ho na utie decision time wa you will know what is happening in Upper West. The community with the shortest name in Ghana, Upper West. The Metro community so with the longest name in Ghana. This is on the lighter note though, but I mean, we say decision time Savannah, 7 constituencies, and then Kasa and Nikita, the ruling MPP, and 9-4. The NDC, Say na was Savannah. You do what you discuss it for was Savannah. Oti won kunya mako motre. Nina NDC a strong dominance of the National Democratic Congress in Oti. Omu betimi ekitasa ahwodin in 2024 elections. Anasa Kachi East, Kachi West, Kachi in Chumuru, betimi ayebibi. The assessed the story and you better discussing in Ebeko Volta region in Kunyaniye 18 Dumoche Emubako and Nikita MPP and Emu Dun Song Ewo NDC a strong dominance of the NDC in the Volta region. Bakono Osbo Lake Poketwa Oda Esukesi Infinia so it's only the Chia Faso Ama Hokoya Kata another MPP4 betimi ejina the pressure of the NDC towards Hohoe seat, another move betimi protect or aji seat bi aka ho ana improve on performance. You better come into details. Now you will cost all constituencies in the Volta region along with all the regions Ayake. Not to scare any party, but to give feedback on what is happening in the various constituencies. Now, my one moment was that constituency so I enlightened. Every year, so now, I will be constituency will be quiet, also work constituency. One was a Ghana Bako. In fact, one need of every community and national constituency in Ghana, a running through now, a roads, the I didn't be in any Babako. And the be there, and my young year got to a Ghana Fanaya Kanina. It will be interesting in the coming days on decision time. Mr. Beniswa, now we be able to imagine the Kakana, DTB. Now, what we are Ghana. And what you say is December 7th, about Yakotoni Munana.
Prof, and Saturday Jamo Akono, constituencies me no pe and I'm pessim single out. Na MINTs a Kakrafa who say, oh, data home, send a city and son ever year, and that's a sister ebebum. Amau Peter Amau Akunya ene wenchi
well you no free on
na besa me hu say wo bibi o ho mayen wenchi
yes yeah can ni na wenchi wo bono na so pesa me kan preko de na me kan preko ene ye ka sei Minia penny Peter Mewu seat no ho ense da enyo sa even though ono anim say ho nyoy da ho de na otimi wi ni ya no abon ho modern pa no de wi ni ye na omanani ya din ya obetimi akibi but ho nyoy te se ni aye bia betimi aka fa wenji ho in fact wenji any Peter Mewu ho when she NDC na tia kunya no sisi a na Peter Mewu MPP na tia kunya so sisi a Peter Mewu honom adwuma no so ye ne ho ho ye den in fact Peter Mewu be ye ne ho asen ni akọ wenchi in order to win when Peter Mewu seat than ahoden a wenchi ni be here to win the seat back for MPP eno ne nti ho kakra mete ho amao
mantiase pajo mantiase
you do bona me the percentage is likely percentages needed here because when you likely percentages are because but let me quickly add that these are just feedback from the grounds. We hear pronouncement of a win or loss for anybody. In fact, you know in your favor or downplay so Ansha now amano akweti yauma obekase me hu yanka so bia na akati. That is what we are going to do on decision time.
Okay, my main question is na me bisa say are you saying say ekobase NDC beje amewu akonwa na ahomode a omode beje no enso te se de MPP be hia de age wanchi na na
rather no you see NDC is was NDC until the person of Peter Mewu. It's the Oman for the door Peter Mewu. And you say Peter Mewu be winning the seat for Hohoy here. And Chester MPP as a presidential and should be winning.
Okay.
And you know, Peter Mewu as a person, my main conference should be as a Oman for door Peter Mewu as a person, and not the NPP as a political party in Hohoy.
Okay.
And the Oman who don't know. And to me, among for and I say a lot of community engagement will be needed. I mean, say, oh yes, Uncle Swan on Yan and Pundono, and man retaining the seat, you know. As for Wenchi, it is likely that both the presidential candidate of the MPP and the parliamentary candidate of the MPP are going to win. I mean, I don't know, Wenchi, I mean, the percentage is likely percentage in there, but in terms of likely win, it is more likely for both the presidential and the parliamentary to win in Wenchi for MPP than same to happen in Peter Mewu, where only the person of Peter Mewu is doing the deal for the seat to remain with MPP.
Okay. And you do a dynamics no more. Na ya resenia esitie. Why?
Very well, Nana.
Prof, yada say enti nyame adom adwoada na afi ya hwe details na nkasa se de o de be mayen.
Very well.
Yada se papa.
Nyame shamu na bye.
On shira won so. Professor Smart Sapon ono na oye director ewo Center for Research and Innovation ewo Kumasi Technical University. Ene ya no etwetwe enkomo no. Sa adwumadi ya so offer Yao Sabin Kechri, Kwadaso Market, or say no amount of propaganda and politics by the NDC can tarnish the name of Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia. They do all about every sector of the economy, education, rules, banking, farming, and what have you. Ghanaians don't need a president who will cancel free SHS. A VIP president will be Napo. It's as simple as that. MPP is breaking the 8. Okay. We are Bishop General Asaman Kesseh Kadna. I think we have more lawyers in Ghana, but they always interpret the law differently. Please, why? Why is that happening? Ghana must be serious. Cardinal, Honorable Andy Asiama, who decided to run independently after he was disqualified from contesting the party's primaries, also had his seat declared vacant in Parliament. Today, what has changed for declaring 4 seats vacant? Fantastic Wilberforce. Edifri Sefi, Asanyo so, Ena Obaye. Good day, Nana Kesseh. In our motherland, there is no political party that has done good job more than NDC since the beginning of creation. Justin Potting, another way say free by. Thank you, more fire. Okay. Mr. Mo, yana ma summarize kakra ma yen why we dem pamocho me dey need dey pamocho 0244844488 0244844488 okay. Alban Sumana Kings for Bagbin shouldn't have declared those seats vacant considering the time frame and could have brought chaos in the country. His decision led leaders of both majority and minority to take entrenched positions. My question is Alban Bagbin happy with the current state of parliament? In fact, he only led a coup d'etat. He's been telling Ghanaians his position as number 3. All this is just to make governance difficult. O'Neill and Ponsa, anyway, free Amsterdam, and or the ebaye. Na ebreko na no making kind they are carrying 0244844488 no text message pe na betimi dia fa mo hwe e wo Facebook na Peace 104.3 and na YouTube so despite media Bosheba FM e wo Nyankomase ahinkru Boshe FM amo Nyankomase ahinkru amoso mafa decision time program live ye ma mu ne motiefo nyina ha yada mase sam so mode montoma abebo ye de ano a ye ne Ghana nyina etekisa decision yi Studio 2 na mene Honorable Sam Ayepe enkotwetwe enkomo na ansana no okay o see from Frank Chebi Dumase enam de we say efri ebaye o say nana me pese me bisa wo say MP9 ena womba emrahwe bedwam ana Frank Chebi Frankie me sheda ntiase papa de but omo no 9 na speakers who declare omo significant and yes omo ma wo omo ba na omo aye ne say enan ma in fact ma me nkyere mu say enan no emu mienu de omo koi e wo MPP for ticket so whom MP Kwadwo Asante oboafo Kwadwo Asante ena Mamle Morrison ho aguna we so ono so Honorable Cynthia Mamle Morrison omo ne de na omo ye MPP for omo gina MPP ticket so the otoso miensa no Andy Amwakwensiama ono wanko ewo MPP ticket so okose kontekro NMPP for no a omu yi no die no omu so masa age omu ade back eje sei aba ye beto na fi no Andy Esiama ebegina wo MPP amanyukuo no edini mu no apre sa ekonwa no so ehu enti se sei onkose kontekro biom eno na ama speaker sei emra no so kire ne se wo ba emra hye bedwam na party no a wugina ne din so na kwan a ofa so baaye no se wo ka se wo free sa kwan no so de se wakudwa no ya ka se adampan enu nti eno no so ka se nkudwa no ada empan enti asem na asinyina eno no ai asem na asinyina no nti wo a obisa ye no eno no messages yi dos ma menyi ba miensa pe bi free ho na afei menko Honorable Ayepe so na yen start emo enkomo okay we see from me okay Master Planner Junior Kentampo Master Planner Junior says right Honorable Alban Sumana Kings for Backbone has plugged this country into chaos. I am not surprised Honorable Muntaka referred to him as a man and behaves like a king in a palace. Okay. Good afternoon, Nana Kesseh. I want to know if Martin Kpebu has a problem with the MPP party because he also speaks negative about the party. Martin Kpebu. Okay. Good afternoon, Nana Kesseh. So can Supreme Court cancel betting tax and e-levy? My name is Marquito Equiapem Lakba. In fact, the MPP MPs have done a very great job by resisting the planned war by the NDC. Do we need that in Parliament? I am Abena Ghana from Aguna Swedru Asafo. I am listening to you live. Good day. So good day, no Ebi. Bajio Eukumasi. I hear NDC saying former Speaker Michael Quay did same. Why didn't they go to court? Go to the Supreme Court to counter that decision. Now MPP has gone to court to annul or to stay the ruling of the Speaker. They should get it clear. Supreme Court decision is final and negotiable. Ola pay.
Nana.
O transiache. Akwaba.
Yanua. Nana wana wa ma transiache.
Aye.
I was saying kaka chemisi discussion segment start from.
Nam pese mi hu wani muntem. Ma feel.
Yo, nana me
Nam pese mi hu wani muntem.
Remember how so ma be tie baby. Nana me chia president.
Okay.
Nana do dan kwa Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
Odno hu eje campaign mu de ne na no na onenam pue ne atifi mantamu. Oboa Dr. Bawumia na okra ahemfo ne amanfo se wo ma no kwan na oda wagasen so o ma na beso men as president for 8 years. Let me cheer Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Nana videos ni pictures na ebobo fi voter region ban uhubi. Nana ebe hu amanfo World Bank no
election videos they fan cancel mo.
Oh nana
because mo ko be bia mo timi pass.
A sample. What's also a research, it's a sample size. So, a bay yamawa, Oka, Domino. Wanga, what the car of our by winning one. One share party the hood and the Dr. Bahumia who don't tea. Wanga Casa, walk from car no ba. Make Dr. Bahumia who near course, Romania. Na, maybe Gina Domino, one of our baby chiabos of Ficota. Na Slovenia, Watra, ne, Nanquanina. Na okay say hapa na abonu song na MPP abahana nipa da so abochi ehia Dr. Bawumia Akonya kasa me ngo ja hokora akoma ha ehwe ntina na odo no wo ho awu na ehu voter region no natural love voter for no age Dr. Bawumia ni MPP atum papa 2020 enya 14% enya me nwa sa afiye bituma ko 20% from voter region na digisem Inti nana Peace FM despite media yada masepa se modi se adwumadi aba na Ghana fo ekwa akoto aba very educative utie Professor Smasapon wahu new analysis not ba na just say da bia mo be program we ma update na yehuni ekọ very educative nana what topics na we dey abeto ha no nso emu yehuam na nana mitie lawyer Martin Kpegu
Kpegu enti say o sha say o hode a ene ma memfa say the SC parliament free last week ebesi sabre eno ne ye ka ho asem ye bisa say ye den ye bedru ha ena ba bia ye dru ye beden afri aize de o kaka no atim ateche bu no is it ye beden afri ateche no a ye tim ewo mu no ya sem bisa ni
enti nana mitie papa no o lawyer ni na mitie lawyer de ba kwa mo fe no so de dan
Kwaku Paintisil
very well mitie one ba no nyina na menya lawyer ni me de be ko school ka ho adwuma na me ye na me call parliament me call master in transport se kra no na madam school boy o me wo University of Ghana Business School me ye Master of Science, Logistics and Transportation Management. And I had to feel now I am showing our season. Inti we go saka kra no we are my party na mafro
and we are school fees na kana dey aba me so mekobi
na when you 3 masters na no kwati prat anga jiro say na twa so
obo me ofa obo
3 masters degree we dey den na kwa PhD
mini bi
na mitie no na menya lawyer ni de na so nsem bi okan no awa ha no mramu no enye adwuma sa
de wa hen no
Nana yaka Supreme Court asema now the MPP constitution and
say in the next 20 minutes meet Honorable Sam Ayepe on Parliament and matters arising me part of meet you
inti what yaka Supreme Court asema now also can MPP constitution and your Parliament standing orders MPP constitution the national constitution 1992 constitution is supreme law of this country. Inti ye kan no asem ya manu nkotu MPP constitution. Na when him say MPP betuma frɛ national executive meeting. No ma kasi yanga na young constitution yes say we call independent when your party member biem samra no ye twa asensen. Nti obi a wa call independent na we da so 8th parliament mu no we MPP member. Say MPP ko yes Martin Kpegu da asem no beka. Sisane amanu me ya nipaku bi mra wobetuma asesa at any time and anything that the framers of the constitution they can see the 1992 constitution is the supreme law of the land. It is a ora Martin Pegu otiemia bibisani say sende yes sorry na say MPP for your neck meeting ni akọ amendment kura we anya amendment because young constitution na kasa ma ho kwan say your neck fun to me suspend any clause in the constitution it na ya so no ma suspend sa clause no nga kire wa koma 3 MPC say fisa amri ya kwapem 6 January 2025 we are members of our party na say any party we ma reject sa offer ya. What happens to Mr. Lawyer Pegu argument no? It be part of the see yaka national constitution and the Supreme Court to hasema on me enka. 2. Nana Supreme constitution no mo ya constitution ma ye no. We ja window. We are seeing na be bia nu a ye constitution a ye nya window e wo ho. Nana den na ye window. Once a constitution e ye paper na ya kire wo. Ana a non-living thing. Well, lawyer never catch you say constitution no our life. But in actual sense, scientifically, constitution a non-living thing. But we are say nipa yening crow traw inscribe technology ebananim. Anything a constitution near the window at home. Constitution be our 2 windows. Number 1 window act of parliament. Constitution no ma na se bia na no na LIB e parliament e pese ya amendment say ya electronic cars use engine ya fa petrol so wo hwe tax agije so the car ba duty awutua ne ade nyina no ya the engine capacity any fuel a wodi gumu ne ade ne ya de hwe sunsun ne ya de age tax say electronic cars are use battery engine ni. How do we calculate the capacity of those cars? Yeah, the battery capacity and ebe ye. Sadia o si yasesa mra ni mu. Nti won se mra na e ho de dada na enyin no. Wi asen sakrai aba. Akodu pempen so bi o si sakra mra ni mu. Anything na won year constitution no. What say there's a parliamentary act a obetumi agina constitution no so apase. Now with their our constitution no. No why LI and a CIs. Now the our constitution no what to me the constitution na adwuma. Somebody now so and there's a second window. Second window ni say constitution edu baby na silent. It should be about constitution in country in fa ho. Eba sa ukọ Supreme Court. No akọ seek the interpretation of the actor eben issue na aba no. Na Supreme Court akira nia e wose yeye. Ebi on so a ubehu say the constitution no it seems to contradict each other. Now make a contradicting each other. So one says a clause of the constitution and one clause will be as a waji one who achije. It will be na obia chire clause na see differently. Obi betumi akofa clause fufuru bi no de abekanta to say na asi 97 Jane Kesseh say what the party bidding shen parliament. Now ko do parliament na ugusu ya adwuma na say we change party na wa cross carpet e say we seat no you declare the vacant. Afabi say, young MPP for America who be no. Yes, say, a son say, Nipa wonga adwene say, we be contest kwa independent no. One action will be take effect in the 9th parliament in Inti. See, I can say, Obia cross parliament in the 8th parliament. In the 8th parliament, no, one can say, we be kwatena in 8th parliament, no say, independent MPs. But we be kwatena 8th parliament as MPP MPs. One kwatena parliament in the 8th parliament as NDC MPs. So, na elections are almost sitting their intention to sit in the 9th parliament as independent MPs. Intino santino one tomra I was say you ngadi. NDC funsi say a son say when you adwini bi say on the 9th parliament no over sit as independent MP nintino wa cross the carpet in the 8th parliament. When we say Saudi way two interpretation and a me and a wo yama. And inti abasana constitution say young Supreme Court na Supreme Court enkwa kire yen ni ayenye. Dana ahane ye wo. Ahane ye nyina ye wo. Enti se obi akọ Supreme Court the majority leader Honorable Afenyo Martins akọ Supreme Court say asema aba ni Supreme Court Speaker of Parliament Kesseh a son say nipa no anya adwene bi say in the 9th Parliament no wapese wakotena ho as independent candidate nti won across carpet in the 8th Parliament no yani won anya adwene nti Speaker of Parliament rule anasa nsema waka no ma yemfa anya adwuma ansa ne yantwan na nka Supreme Court mo nkyerɛkyerɛ ngase na Supreme Court ruling na mo de beba na muyaya mo de beba no na yɛgyina so na yɛhu baabi a obi abɛtena ɛwɔ Parliament ɛne ne window 2 a ɛda constitution no ɛne nti wokɔhwɛ article 130 ɛna article 12 ni nyina kyerɛ pɛfɛ Supreme Court constitution no ahoɔden a ɔde ama Supreme Court sɛ ɛba saa Supreme Court ɛna ɛnkyerɛkyerɛ mu makenkan nsɛm bi a ɛyɛ Justice Atuguba nso aba abɔnten abɛkɛse o asɛm wee kura de anka nu baabi a ɛwɔsa anka yɛde kɔ Supreme Court eyi de anka moma High Court ɛnhwɛ na ɔnka ho asɛm na Supreme Court nkropo na nipa si wɔmpene na High Court adeba akua Speaker of Parliament wayɛ mena ne nya adwene na me nwa kakra ne sɛ wɔyɛ lawyer ni na ɔyɛ the longest serving ever parliamentarian yenya na wafi ho abɛyɛ Speaker of Parliament na wadu per the standing orders and the constitution waka asɛm na Supreme Court esa asɛm a waka no sɛ woyɛ right o sɛ wonyɛ right o ebetumi de oyene kakra aba ɔman mu nti twan ansa na twan Supreme Court yɛbɛkasa ama wo direction ana yɛbɛ interpret the constitution no ama wo ne wagyina so ade asigyinan na utumi betena Parliament na wokenkan nsɛm a Supreme Court aka no ade kyerɛ Ghana nyina na wantumi anyina saa asɛm no so ansi gyinan na wo ma NDC fo akwatena NDC MPs akwatena majority side of the house na wantumi ama direction no honso medwene ho amenti ase na je so pese o kire yen say Parliament ni agye ni nsam ana say ontumi control Parliament na utie lawyer lawyer na won de kasai no o say
lawyer
Paintisil o say Parliament no Simon was in disorder. And the Speaker of Parliament also shout to order. Yanti the voice. Yanti say in some one kasa kenkan ya. Nensa Kesseh Supreme Court no. When to me nyina sa asem no so am direction at what Parliament should go. At what Ghana democracy should go. At what direction Ghana should go. I'm highly disappointed in him. Oye obia me wa Parliament no na oye me mentor me hwani sua no me na ne serve wo committee bi afa no office of members holding office of profit na ono ye chairman of that committee na me so me ye vice chairman the sense
eno ne ye MP sa mrama mokwan ma ye adwuma
ye adwuma no ona no ye chairman na me ye vice chairman na me ye the oldest 7 MP on that committee na me ye the vice chairman no so that time no na oye second deputy speaker also yes inti na onya kwankura emma meeting inti me na me chair meetings nyina na my report na me de akoma no no office na wahwemu na afi wa mama approval na me de akwa chamber inti no me ne ye adwuma kakra na afi so tie agwama emra no second deputy speaker no impempi no se ye mra bills e parliament a ono no tight na agwam na satana me chairman for Roads and Transport Committee of Parliament. Nti me lead passage of about 11 bills into acts. Na me be as me chair the passage of those bills na on na your tiagwam. There's no way as a chairman we be propose amendments our Parliament. Speaker Badmin he on to me on myself the rationale the spirit behind the amendment na opesa we yen. It's not just a papa no yaka spirit behind constitutional clauses and I say for constitutional provisions are otiase papa inti adenti ana 1960 constitution aka say ubetumi across carpet mra won resign say we CPP ni ana we UP ni na opese we be CPP MP a enuane say oba sorry na wa cross base no afi CPP fu afa na wa ko UP fu sorry afi UP fu afa na wa ko CPP fu afa hire wa cross carpet then the next morning no we CPP MP e course ama UP MP si bebre efi one party mu e course CPP mra one constituency fu ato aba eyi won awie na won aba be members of parliament in the particular party in enti no emra ye ba be 1969 constitution and the 1979 constitution no adewe serve as an example say yensu abiribi infamfimu ni emfa clause bi nshem na ensi ukwan sane be ya MP bi ntumi nsore keke no on cross mezi ni wa parliament na yan kese wa cross carpet it is that is the spirit behind this amendment or this clause in the constitution. That is the rationale behind the crossing carpet issue. It will pass with the crossing carpet na sepa ayobia wako parliament in this case 8th parliament. No person cross carpet in the 8th parliament. Not nepa carpet na wa crossing in the 8th parliament no. Odi adwuma in the 8th parliament. Wang na samre edi wong. Nipa 4 ya kan wanga semu. Won nyina say ye ba cross carpet in 9th parliament 8th parliament dey up to 6 January 2025 ye MPs as e be fisuhuma me yesuhum MP a MPP na dem buy na mon aba ye bato on 7th December na yakọ ama makọ serve as MP in the 9th parliament from 7th January 2025 na de me person me ye independent candidate. Minya ni say any 8th parliament ya ebe end 6 January 2025 no. Ani ni sheda ni twaka bia. Inti yantwen na Supreme Court emra na omema ruling. Na yanhu say nipa ya wonga cross one carpet so what was easy to become MPs in for MPP or NDC in the 8th parliament or in the 9th parliament. Nia ya sorry na si edanyan ni akasi MPP achro letter e de akoma 13 MPs na say final ko young National Council of MPP ye jemu atomo say mu ye MPP fo na won so accept letter ni si we ye MPP fo a na che say in the 8th parliament they continue to be members of MPP. The only thing is say almost 7 notices say in the 9th parliament no they will serve as MPs in different parties, but not MPP.
What is the guarantee that they will be part of the 9th parliament?
I know you one question. What if I go January win here? I say, oh papa, say, oh, meaning I'm a talker. I say that I can't him. No one up and fear over Hinakem. Karuka win toy. Niperonga 7 notice. Say the MPP for. Say the me NDC. Nemo in the 9th parliament enya maye no seba me pese meko as independent candidate inti me de sadi speaker na me Kesseh we di nanim amesra na nia want to nia meyi na me ngadu baabi ya we anka anya hwe so wotie NDC ana no na mpahinufo wa NDC mu wakasa wasi yande yetie nia speaker beka se speaker Kesseh Supreme Court letter abaninti ana judgment na nsa kafi Supreme Court ninti obi ankwatena baabi oti awobeko ana speaker to me back in kan judgment no ade kire parliamentarians no se nia mensa kan afi parliament ni na want to me ansi gina ya nkase anam sa letter ya mensa kan ana judgment ya mensa kafi parliament Supreme Court ninti obi ankwatena baabi awote before say ehono entwaye ye ka so obi ankotena baabi a wote na nkyere so obi ankotena baabi wote forever na momu no ebetuma abase Supreme Court kura behwe na wode asem no bekọ na obedi bewie kura no na Supreme Court ni speaker aya adwene na obia akọ na a change hands sania obia ape na momu samiri ya Supreme Court judgment enya maaye na wonga tu fushi na adeba akọ ya wase lawyer Martin Pegu kana me who drew me.
Now the best
You na me this fam ubetia MP lawyers are so professional. No more politicians. Na ebinom ya former ministers. Na ebinom ya current MP. They be very careful with this issue. So what here lawyer Dr. Ayini and defending Ayini.
Dominic Ayini.
Dominic Ayini. What is Uso Kasano? He was so careful. Also once Supreme Court Akasano. When the Supreme Court ya when the Supreme Court Marani ya juma na sa fe when the you go and appeal. In this case, you go and review the Supreme Court decision. And Haruna Idris so Akasano, when we say he doesn't want to tarnish his image as a reputable lawyer. Into Akasano, say, sure, just say the Supreme Court judgment abano ebeye juma. Na Ora Martin Pegu say then, say Supreme Court you're wrong. Hey, see ya court, not 5 Supreme Court judges SCT, not 2, I'll go left. Not 3 equal writer. What the 3 no pronouncement and how the bayajuma. One in the bayajuma. Now so appeal bia why even at the junior court, circuit court. Who could dear some now defer? Where defer? So person you appeal you can go to high court, you go to appeal court. Now pass up Kesseh. Men court in yardwin inti, men for court number and yarduma. A lawyer. Na wokasa sana say we na obo wanu aduan agu o wo ka kire Ghana fu nyina say mo bia mfa court mra enya adwuma wo rebo wanu aduan agu
me so me ruling ni say o time aso
ntinana
fa me ruling ni adwuma
court na mra na enya adwuma we a wo na court enya adwuna go for a review
Mate go for a review. Voice of Sam Ayepe, former MP Ayensuano Eastern Region. Minia Erica J ababe can't mensa mekon so enchebia. Good afternoon the Cardinal. Martin Kwebu is not a private legal practitioner as he claims. He is rather a politician. Looking at his comments, Richmond Kumi Ejakwa and wadi Efri Adanse Menang and Adanse South at the Ebaye. I am Chinua from Ukusinkwanta of Aguna East. Danaya, you are doing great job. God bless you. May I say. I am Richmond Moses Asante from Domia Boom. Rich, Udinu Kwane ba yo amfa hwanka ho. Nanaya, I dislike the NDC party because they are not truthful and they are not being truthful to Ghanaians at all. Walter, anyway, Efri Jowulu and Obaye. Kwaye.
Yeah, Nana.
What is it?
Adumo announce we.
I mean, Adumo who watch it.
Eja amani yenti.
Hey.
Yene na musa.
Me no why am say.
So de me ne wa. Na so ye ko ukrum. So yene part na koy.
Ba na saka mudru me hame.
Yeah.
Ma hame amondu na hame pa.
Me hame ayanko na help pa.
Because say odi ahinkan sori ano ye rough. Wade ma hame ebe toto achima bo abo ho. Tika wo ko ba na ka wo ma independent yi a ruling. So nanka obia hu se
odi da kro nyina bebo mako
oti ase
na odi wa ene ho ye
mpacha obeba sorry pe on ne beba
obi a mechia no
now also ho ye party mu ne ma boko de
ya me adom bibia boko so far so good mechia honorable mini penny
yo mpacha over 20 minutes
okay
ya hwe parliament baby ya beduro den ye beduro ha wan ye fa so bo no mo no den ne ye beye na parliament assign asine dadam. Well, in the next 20 minutes,
Nana.
Okay.
Mechia Ghana for 80 Peace FM. Nana minim mami biwo Christian Village. A friend ultimate. Minra home say we in a feed free Peace FM da.
Sir,
for almost 4 years I minim no.
Ultimate, but you want on tires, Nana?
No, wine.
Or wine?
Yes.
Okay.
She say. Debia Peace FM. Na me bisa na sa den. O se on there. O free na bro chire be do Ghana di oni ma ni peace.
Yeda na se.
Enti mama parts me chia no. Ne din na ba meeting sisi because me wo ha no.
Yeda na se pa.
Yeah. Na question no e free hin ya be do ha. Me de amanyo sem aye ye nyina ye nipa ba ko. Aside your political differences no. MPP foi omo ye nuanom ye ne omo an na wo abusuafie en na ebi wo party A ebi wo party B ye ni omo ane kwa sorry ene obi ko Roman ene obi ko Pentecost ye ni omo ane ko school nti ye ni omo ane ye classmate nti baby a obefe bia na ye nyina ye nipa baako but eba na amanyosem na ye na obia ne di osusu se owogidie wo mu a odi akiri nti yesi obi ye socialist obi nso so no nso ye capitalist nti Erika JC so amanyosem ye makono no me wogidie mapase me pese me follow the socialist approach which is my political party so meaning say the ideology na trimupo a ye de tie mamanyoku no eno na me wogidie wo nti eno ana mepe na wa hunze se de nipa su ne ne ban tie nti eno nti ne ehye mrama nipa empo no asori mpo na ayekọ no ye wo mra hodo e wa asori mu a obuso aye tu sen nti oye Pentecost da na wa ware ne yete se wakofa asori ba no bia wakonwa ne isi animu no asori mpanimfo tenase na ye hu se de wa ye ne ye nokra ye yi ufri animu ne ye de wakotena akiri ena no akankasa mu na ye nyam se wote de mekanase ye nimguase ma wo se o pedigree baby e waduru no watimi abosa abra no nti ema asori ma na omote ho obi so target ne se obeye elder no dachi onya kwanya na se ye ne elder na sa sune ban na oda na di no onna na di biem nti ni nyina akire se de ni party bia na wo se mrabo ye ho ban sa na mamu nso te eno nti na Ghana nyina no abusuaku ahodo ewo makanfo ye nuanom ayibefo ye nuanom nordness ni de akeka ho nyina no ye Ghana fo ene ye wo krata e boye ho ban friend the Constitution of Ghana ya ye in 1992 and whether you are from tribe A or tribe B once you are Ghanaian no samra no ene diu anana ye sanete enti ye tromra ne de to ho no ya tro mu se yenim se amanyosem ye nipa de nananom so eyo ma hensem nti ufa amamra na ope bebi obenya nananom ahensem obenya bi wom ope bebi obenya bebi amanyofo so honsem obenya bi wom bibibia bi wom bi na se ye koye nim no emre sesa na se emre dane a yetimi sesa mra no mu ene ye kan protocol sa mu sa amendment because always e bi amra na ye twro mra no sebe e bia na e bagimre se de ne ye kan tete no nti ene a abefo aba ne afidintentan ne ni bia aba no at times I say samra no ma ne suit the current dispensation na ye wo mu no na mehwe mre da ho ya 1992 constitution ya di ben fie aduasa ne akiri President Rawlings eno an odi ruling mfie nwotwe na okoye papa kofo e de beye mfie nwotwe na okoye owura Mills ne Mahama omonso beye omon mfie nwotwe ena omonso de koye ena nanado danko akufo ado ne alaji baomi anso mfie nwotwe mu na omukui emra kro na enti sede medi kan sha ase ye ne enuamu na tran classroom sua de ne de ka ho ye call secondary school na yesua government omo chere separation of powers the entire animdifo ana kandifo na etro mra no e de ba ye ne se organs of government na ewo constitution na wo so bia wo ne fa hodie na wo fa hodie na wo no so nkire se de ope bia utimi ye nti ye wo checks and balances nti ujumedie bia wudi no parliament etimi check Supreme Court the judiciary enu nti na se obehwa mampani power Supreme Court judges a nyeso odi ni trumi power mo na makotena ho they have to come here for vetting ana meboa sanso na asem wo parliament na entiase enye adwuma utimi ko Supreme Court for interpretation no problem sanso na mampani power na so for executives no ministers ni bia obamra hye bedwafie mo mo so ye den evertel ye vertil wie na obi sisu se o asem bi fa ho a na owo you can say kwenya so obekọ bebi ono so timi court challenge say ni pesi mesia na obenten on deserve ni nyina nti meaning say obi aso obi ansa na yakọ obi a check obi a na question na obisa no say efri hin na eduru ha you see akwaya te said there mampeni akufo ado ankasa ni na mamone full of tension that is how I put it ebasa nso ani akade papa kufo kan mrebi no se onoko na okono omfa nechi like omo koto aba na mfa omo chi nyi obi oye full of tension and obi anim say description no refer to the current president one who say emrashe bedwafie ho na yete no upon the differences ni nyina no ye kambo mu efa adwene adenti ne ye kambo mu fa adwene ye kambo mu fa adwene because ye si duakro gimframa eden ebu enti se ekohia wo mrashe bedwafie a enema ahodo bi wo ha e bia party A peneso party B peneso but the toda yetimi ko bankro mu ne yakasa ma no adwo eno na mpanimfo ka ne se ano brebre wo hoi e ma baato kwame akamfo bu ba bi se nana yawo se uni pani wo fie adue uni pani wo fie adue na ye ka no eno bi na ato MPP wo mrahye bedwa fie pepepepepepepe because me hu ni se the SC wo mrahye bedwa fie ni nyina a leadership crisis in the NPP party enti pani ni fie na no ada ena owura Chimensa bonsu yesesa na ye de afenyo markings by owura Chimensa wo ho no na MPP kuta na 137 na ode independent ka ho because na 136 na enye 137 independent be ka ho 137 ena yesu yekita 136 but na ye won niema bebre timi compromise di djumadi ma ne koso all because of Chimensa leadership style. So leadership is key in what is happening in parliament now. And yes, son, you do Afenyo Markins by. Now, Afenyo Markins no gini to the extent to say, oh, who knows 137 no down no. It is said your president or parliament or Sano Huno. And it said ye see crocro nipa, ni nipa kansem, Emma would treble muma about on Winnie. Into always, so in a chamber crana ya in a posture, may there be America or a 1 fine person, mission from afar. But I thought that I said, Ojina chamber, they will be no. As at the end of the day, no, you don't need the support from the other side. A leader do not behave that way. And I mean, you could do her. The could do say, yes, oh, Emrashe Bedwafo no, ebi mo ko independent. Ebi mo nso free independent eko contest ama political parties ni bi. Enu nti no, parliament nhihye mu no, speaker say Emra no man ho kwan se ya ka se o declare se sankonwa no e vacant. Na wahu se nana ye nyina yesua de ye de ajagefo no wo ho omo nyina fa a lawyer for entity mu no omo koye lawyers na de omo akogu court. Nana ye mra pon na da ho no ye wo some provisions a okan a ye clear. Ye wo some provisions a okan a enye clear. Enti de nana ya Kesseh susu se ni nsusue mu no enye clear ma no. So pe baby am ya kire ne mra na se a or the Supreme Court because omo na wo jurisdiction say omo interpret law. An interpretation of the law comes in where there's ambiguity, where there's procedural error. So the question is Article 97 G ni H na ho ntokwa aba no. Nana ya Kesseh mo kan omo nte ase ana. Then Article 97 no eka. Ye kan ye no, is it ambiguous? If a ambiguous e was see a court near kwaje humu aye e wo court. The AC or parliament na no. Was there any procedural error? If there's procedural error, I was see a corner mo kwaje humu aye. Because the same constitution no enema speaker of parliament na kwanya mani di ni dwumadi a odi nyina. Enti nana so for a constitution now called Article 110. And Article 110 no, granted the legislature the authority or the powers to prepare their own standing orders. Standing orders na ye emra omonso didi djuma e ofie. Enti sa anso na called the judiciary ye will CI 47, ye will CI 19. Omonso omo mra omo prepare di omo djuma aside the constitutional provision Article 125 there was a judiciary ye nyina. Enti say judiciary in the courts ye na djuma with ni civil high court civil procedure CI 47 so the ye na djuma or the ye na djuma sanso na parliament so e the standing orders ya constitution na man kwan so the ye na djuma no so the ye na djuma. Enti na no na me de asem no kra na esere keke because the very day na afenyo sorry e wo chamber ko ba amane se wa ko Supreme Court no na Speaker of Parliament can say majority leader current at forcing Emma notice bianco the floor e wo speaker ho say nkofo vacate omo seat into speaker and declare bibi ho ba mo ko na then majority leader now minority leader afenyo markins ko ba amane so court assemble na da ho samre na no court. What was the issue? Was there any matter in contention then? No, there was no matter. Ansa na obo amane ni wie ye no e na aptomo nso call with omo motion na issues we nyina ye den e bae na won say de na ye ya ase amanyo semunti ade ayesua nwoma ayesua o classroom na yenya afidie so ayentimi nka nokre no eye we are being disservice to the nation, and this some of the senior lawyers omunim nokre na politics into omuntimi nka no omo benyina kobon kokro mbehwe de omo mabedi be ye oman no asemi ebisi na no de ne ne bae de bae ne se yesi member of parliament ba ko na oye MPP ni wose woni MPP ni juma biem nti wako independent. President Akufo-Addo ko gina ne mpesua so ekoso MPP candidate ne nsa se ontumi ne for me na MP nya adwuma chama ontumi mu ayampe omotoye NPP as a political party extra krata e de commercial bedwafie ofa MPP constitution na article 9 e kasafa forfeiture of membership. They know all these statutory provisions in their constitution. The fact that Obiako independent automatically a revoke your membership standing of your political party. Everyone is aware. And then the MPP for that time on na parliament number ni be 160. Na na utie me pa. Enti samre no 160 no mususu se for me na MP no kwa enka omu coat na ka omu shirt. E na omu pam owrai. Owrai koye okwa election na okwa winning as independent candidate. Ye be shia mrahye bedwafie no na MPP eye 136, NDC ye 136. Enti nipa na MPP for yi na di based on article 9 of their own constitution and article 97 G and H of 1992 constitution no, they rendered unqualified apology to the person. Omuni negotiations ahodo a omuni honorable Esiama call your back. So honorable Esiama ba no na se utie na wankasa wa cross carpet akoka MPP for who parliament was say oni omo be ye adwuma bom because onim say per the constitution no okasa wa cross carpet oba forfeiting membership e floor into o say oni omo be ye adwuma bom. So where from this emrana esi na no 4 years ni yente ye ho ase chese ye nyina amamra no gese ye ko baby koja adwensa kira na intrechirem. Where from this? Any ye ka kira won say Esiama kro na wo tro krata e de call say wa forfeiting membership based on article 97 of the 1992 constitution and article 9 of your own party constitution no was sign so free independent and so oba back to the MPP. Inti emrana na eche ne kane no samra na ache ne ne ene yenuanum for receive sorry yenuanum MPP fui almost say emrana na eche Esiama na no ne de enche Esiama because Esiama nam say awo ne foforo ene yes na kwesi ko tetenkwanti asembe na moka kire amusi o dabi ene yes ade a wosi etu America kokko ne yakwaji nkirekire mu court asemo agana fo anya lawyer fo busamo MPP fo ne say na no de na esi ye no de ade na mo anko court anko busa ansa na mu yi Esiama adi aden ana mfie na no ba no yasesamra no the law is not changed, the same law ana say ena no kwan na nka odan nti kwan ne tene samre no na wo MPs 160 nti na say Esiama free mu a emfa hwe ma ena because say obi free mu a affect your number on the floor no there also we should go to Supreme Court for interpretation and ye mu be you can say there be per separation of powers ni baby ana me di free ba no bia won adwuma wo so ye yesi o yakokot ye kokot anopa be nondu ebo be du ba ko ne yetime empa na judges si entena case ne so Supreme Court so kra de Friday simpo omontena se gise bia something extreme enti sa fan yo mo court anopa 7 no ana 10 no yetime empa na judges mo motena so be tu ni aka asem na wie adan ya yesi the state of execution emramu the state of execution kire ne say asem na ubu aye no hold it on, meaning say you are arresting the judgment na nanya sanity enti na me busa say speaker decision no take you on the floor ruling not the bar on the floor on that vacant seat no issue no Speaker based on the standing orders article 110 amana kwanya parliament na na ye. So why do you sit at the judiciary and say me mouth stay like I'm issuing stay of your decision article 1010 article 110 no ama kwanya standing orders didi ni juma. One will say honorable ayepe ebewie no. Or say court no omo akwanya so omo yesa niam ni nyina se lower court read the decision ba na se won ti bibia se a wutimi ko high court na wakwa akwaje. That is true, but it's legislature na omo ye court nana omo ye court nana me pese oyima no
mpacho da be legislature
nti adan na ordinary ruling eba based on the standing orders na article 110 no man kwan man deba no no the ba wo chamber ultimate so the another arm of government eco stay in decision. Meanwhile, article 125 and also chere kwanya judiciary ni ye ni dwumadie nyina. So what we are saying is you are indirectly tarnishing the image of the judiciary, because already there's public perception in the country say the court is packed by the sitting president of the day. That is the general perception, and already there's perception in the country say when one side at the Assembly quarter, people can predict the outcome. And I read an article from the former Chief Justice, Yemame Sofia Kufu. Or say now the court is becoming too predictable. Why? How can Anaya Kesseh so bet in Peace FM? Now someone they are court MPP na de call NT. What's oh we unanimous and partner 5 womb. How can you predict that way? There's no dissenting opinion. Those judgments na ebano. So people are talking. I thought that's why judges need the omo decisions no so bad. They consider the public. Omo share the issue abontiansa. So some decisions it is not easy to make pronouncement anyhow. Because what share here, who bet me the decision be about the constitutional chaos about my. So now the assault on our constitution is too much. With this partisan judgment now man for perceive say babontino. So that is the language now. Nana say what the American say. So say baby ayedru no ye be cross akọ ha anasi ye be gina ha no. I think the judiciary should be very careful. We respect them, of course, we do, but say ko yes de bia ye hana wo speed video na enye fe because obekaya e-levy asem no ba ye no honorable Haruna Idris court unim say 2 years ni be si na ye ntimi empanel judges Emma yentena e-levy case ni so ba fenyo markings at the case ekwa no part 10 about 12 na yenya judges 5 meboa Domlevo case look at the present nature of that case. It take how long in court? Okay, Domlevo. And yet me Kyle parliament we na shase look at the speed of the granting injunction in Cape Coast. See the injuncted NDC member of parliament who is in the person of Honorable Joe Kwesin. Said ye be disenfranchising and say speakership abana ye kotono won't mean to be. And the speed, it was so superb. How even service was done in parliament. It was so superb. So Ghana for raising concerns say, if indeed we are building a nation, now we believe say a partisan interest shouldn't be supreme. We should be very, very careful. Nana, we should be very, very careful because the judiciary, a critical, they are the last resort. And it's all my public, who say no, what you are doing then, you are serving the interest of a political party. There will be no trust. Because already it is predetermined. Said this is where you go, like baby Obeko. So they should also sit and re-look at their decisions under President Akufo-Addo. And this is not the first Supreme Court in this country. Your judges are holding on retirement. And a bimwa ba palumwa bako we are bako into case biana o determine o mabe can be dachi. To say the famous Ria Kuto case na law student be interested no. Into judge it me be jina we ni mo try do to me case case we dey un say judge na yes how not na be can fa. So it is better, we are human beings, we all have interest. You can't say they don't vote, they all vote. Even if you have interest. Now, occupy or mining interest, let the national interest be supreme than your political party's interest. That is where we are now. And what Speaker did, na me fancy form. I'll say, And I call to the
I call 1 minute.
And I call to the Asemako. And I speak a cotton. And I Massa, most of them. Where were they? Say Ubia Kotna majority side, speaker and Timian can't romo. Now when the country was a parliament, right side near majority side. Is it not by convention? Is it in your standing orders to say Ubi Otna right and a majority and a minority? It is said the electoral commission catch the political parties and they say IPAC is by convention, not statutory. So any decision and you're binding on them. Until the fact is that always you are seated at the right side doesn't mean you are this or that. And majority na ya bro for Kesseh ya dodo. You know Kesseh and when the doors were floor. Why didn't you go? And we are telling them we are ever ready for them for this particular elections. So only more Kesseh and I go to court and I go to court. You say nipa na you go to court or where we are the nebi anane of an judge no into a ko obeja no. That is their thinking. So we are telling them this election, we are meeting them squarely at the polling station. Say the debut no. Because NDC as a party and my flag bearer will never go to any court in this country. Say a BBNC a corporate judgment because already it is predetermined by the masses.
Mate, quite a but answer na make a quick commercial break na mabano. Me person me can be free constitution no more article 2. Okay, before that my main kind 1-2. This constitution shall be the supreme law of Ghana, and any other law found to be inconsistent with any provision of this constitution shall, to the extent of the inconsistency, be void. Now 1 or say a person who alleges that an enactment or anything contained in or done under the authority of that or any other enactment, or B, any act or omission of any person is inconsistent with or is in contravention with the provision of this constitution may bring an action in the Supreme Court for a declaration to that effect. And 2. The Supreme Court shall, for the purposes of declaration under clause 1 of this article, make such orders and give such directions as it may consider appropriate for giving effect or enabling effect to be given to the declaration so made. Now,
Nana,
yes, sir.
They all kind.
Now, I remember some question.
Invoking the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, Article 2:1, right? I'm
not talking about jurisdiction of the court.
Okay,
now, can say separation of powers. The executive, judiciary, legislature. Now, say, say parliament, was standing orders, intino, standing orders, my Supreme Court, MMR. How does this provision of the constitution apply? Say, Emrebia beya obi feel say, inconsistent with the 1992 constitution, i.e., constitution not grantee obi any liberties it is a mrana so say standing orders now obi GD standing orders no etia provisions of this constitution can that person not go to court?
Thank you very much. You read a specific article 2:1. You see, said the name hear me argument no. Me say if you go to the High Court you will see I-47 with Oko High Court, you will see I-47 or Mudi Diomujuma. Oko the other court, baby CI-19, baby C, Ubian any the Odigini Juma. But the questioner, I was a menu you busane say, what you read, that is the law. But Article 97 now, you say aye contention, aye kojin chichimuno. Is it ambiguous?
Okay, then that
what speaker did based on the standing orders in Article 110 no. Am I quite for standing orders? No. Was there any procedural error?
Okay.
No, maybe. Was there any procedural error? Speaker, Uncle Trawan Kasa Wama judgment. Or say or inform the House based on the notice of pool from Electoral Commission. So he did what the standing orders ordered him to do.
And then finally, why not say any provision in the constitution, ambiguous and answer ambiguous?
Oh. There's the enemy catcher was a provision there that hono. Okay, Article 97 G. Now okay H na you after reading into the on say.
And I'm busy say,
One let me tell you what we are creating. The year what to honor. Ebedum review home. Parliament into me and Jumabia. Because we are when we can say yes and at your court. We are when we can say yes and at your court.
But is that not the law?
And I'm saying, no, you see, and not in a separation of powers in a one until the dear Kobishi be careful. Unim said the same constitution, Emma Parliament, powers or multi society will be for contempt. You know that.
What? And they have been using it.
Very good. And a court also want a power for citing people for contempt. And I'm
but the only year I know here you can no more. But the only thing I make clarity kakra or want to say econo strictly by it. Okay. Sending a TN1. And you senka you can say executive. Or yeah. Bill be not the parliament. And he said in parliament Kasakra. And I say executive rehearse okay, we said I'm person me not the bar. Yeah, can by separation of powers. And he said parliament
Kasakra because
and now already and then two. Your memo Hana electoral commission can say. A person yes see aya. Ebema kwan say yemfa Ghana card and kwa enye a friend saying verification document ebema kwama obi a register at the election. But about parliament say there be. Yes sir. Because say a kasane
asema how can you answer about checks and balances.
And so
yes
Supreme Court
one because
it is Supreme Court
maybe say maybe already separation of powers now kana your checks and balances. Enuntina mampeni pa na so afo Oko baby my veteran no.
Good.
And until the Supreme Court even some make amendments crana because the court no be any some judiciary no. Omuntimi pass law you go to parliament. And on checks and balances ni ejuma. It is so de omra ko say na me pe no. No mo no checking who say MO mine na they have a say.
Good. And so in that same vein and the Supreme Court
maybe you can say Supreme Court, they have no powers of interpretation. Nobody can say that in this country. They have that powers. And I hear will say, Emramuno the precedent. And they can't say.
But when him said the Supreme Court or any other body so recognized by law can depart from his own president.
Oh, now say Supreme Court and the judgment in bad now they betcha will be decent. Yeah, depart. That is it. And on a make will say, yeah, run your mind. Yamu biani to me or the ejuma. Say I'm sure ye near my partisan interest we munra we she mu china bi no parliament trans speaker de na de no bo ha no bi kokor so ntia se yenchirim speaker fa ha na obi kokor so ntia se yenchirim e basa we can never make progress as a nation. We should get it. Nana
kwede
me say ya straightforward. Na ye the partisan interest ni Claudia.
Okay.
A time speaker can sit in parliament the whole day. As some of the whole day, no, obi so be court so ko jinchirimu.
Mate.
A better retarded the development of the country and even the house itself.
And our democracy.
We have a constitution at the age, if you believe strongly, say constitution in ya, or the among us says constitution in ya, yes, sano. Because where we are going now, I think we just want to create constitutional chaos in our country. Now, there's a tango between legislature, judiciary. I was see you do that level nana. No. Now, no, President Akufo-Addo power, Supreme Court judges me no more pende. Why am I never veti omo parliament? Supreme Court me veti judges. No. We should be very careful.
But I don't think that Supreme Court no there. Or no, want to me vetting judge, but so no, then no to parliament as him when you name on parliament.
Obianka say or the not to nasi when you
because
is that the argument? No, that is not the argument we are making.
Okay.
Yes, say there's a precedent to BSc. And untina law uchre usuya dia osi onanu asem na esi esi na ya okese na kwa mesifa kan temu no principles we na apply na de aka ho ntina anu na ye mankokwe ne de na ye papa ho ehona ho so ka say oh omutimi depart from their views. This one we were talking of legislature, how they operate in the house.
Kwaje mama na me ho kakra bi mra. Also for decision time and was egusu awutie peace 104.3 sa decision time programming ye kwekram kakra say ya kopim se ye beto aba no ebewie na afei asomdwe nkomo ene how ne sen kwanso brebre ene the platform show nyina assign aba said the tie dada e wo peace fm ha say ya no na ewie mpanifo wa ha me no omudi nkomo honorable Sam Ayepe former MP ayensuano ena afei Erica J and so a member of the NDC's communication team. Minuanumi and I'm no more ewaha yedi and come out and then me. But I'm mamma Simabe enumpe na menye above from Crackto. Meba Sisia.
The luckiest
star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
Here's to the friends who dialed star 712 hash and found no regrets. To the investors who struck gold. To the health workers who diagnosed luck with precision. To the tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. To the passionate fan who couldn't contain his joy. To the seamstress who turned her hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, here's to you. Your next big win is right here.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Dial star 712 hash. Now join in the luckiest winning celebration. Every 1st July 2024. Over dial star 712 hash. Now I can to ticket as a group, individual, and now even as a community. Now win is Kesseh. Prizes are Kesseh in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Now join in the winning streak now.
The luckiest
star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Offer woman is kaka cram fan show offer asifo wo free school abo na sese me hwehwe private classes bi mo mo ye
na se boso me ya atwam ya na me ma musika
offer problem say wo free SHS mu de esuo aduane ni school mu ho enti na wotwe bi sese me send scam ankora no wa wonim double track ho asem enti de se me hwehwe classes bi mo mo ye
oba metimu ha oyi ase pa o eno enti na NDC abaya ebeba no say obepegya adesua mu no aye free SHS me ye
na we be ye den na bom
wose double track no obeyiye free o abo foto ama free SHS no agine yi eno enti aduanesem enya asem kese bia wo sukumu ho
wow we dia hosan kese be bra wofo ne school nkura no papa
no kura eno enti kacha wonam funum nyina se want to abama John Mahama any NDC wo December 7 da ye koto aba
oh offer no shaking cry ye tu ye ho fo dada why na empa de pa
to abama nsakrai papa to abama John Mahama any NDC
I was 20 unity.
Jack, na didn't know you said to say obiti weji.
You don't know what's going on.
I said me see fita. Ni manu ye.
Essentially papa. Now then I want for Kel 360 toothpaste. Ain't you true say? And no ne be you will say Sophie. And ninki kan when you na. And one of me busu you so. Nema when no mo so ye ram. We take a crabby to brush so. We yam what India na de true see o. And kakra na mo see ye fita.
Wow. And to some Kel 360 toothpaste you trim see. Any kwan some drink se ho kakao bia.
Kel 360 toothpaste. Emma will see ye fita. Na sanswati we num every beer. E yinki kan we beer free wo so.
Hey, and your Kel 360 toothpaste dey. Watch out tomorrow. Oh, and then no way there. You prefer the Kel 360 toothpaste ambassador.
Kel 360 toothpaste. E bo e se ho buy. E ye num kan. Emma will see ye fita. Mi trese e ti we num say te na say ja wo cool mint flavor be.
Kel, happy smile. Another quality product from Samara Company Limited.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, put your phones in the air. Hey, wave your awesome cameras. Hey, where the parties at? You awesome like Samsung Galaxy. Hey, get out the way, get out the way. Make way for the boss. Get out the way, You need long-lasting battery life for this party. Take a picture, my sister. Boss. Choose a phone like a boss. Show me your Samsung Galaxy. Wait till this morning. Boss. Take a picture, my sister. Boss. Choose a phone like a boss. Show me your Samsung Galaxy. Then a baby, boss. Get out the way. Make way for the boss.
Fantastic Republic Visa credit cards to live the dream. It's a Republic Verse. Get yours Republic Visa Classic, Addition, Business, and Infinite. See, shop, dine. Republic Bank, we're the one for you. 4 fantastic Republic Visa credit cards to live the dream. It's a Republic Verse. Get yours Republic Visa Classic, Addition, Business, and Infinite. See, shop, dine. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Get ready to be swept away into a modern fairy tale where love, sisterhood, and magic collide.
Place it on your lips and say the magic word.
My Fairy Tale Wedding is the romantic comedy drama you've been waiting for. 3 women, 3 stories, and 1 unforgettable journey. Get ready to love the drama, the twist, and every magical moment an African Magic Showcase. Because every fairy tale needs to be seen.
Jack, Otiko soda na niyo. Mine. Life is sweet when it's convertible. And it's number 1 no. Tisa higher, ranked number 1 appliance brand in the world for 15 consecutive years. Opa check the Euro Monitor International for Knowledge. When him say higher fridges and the freezers pair and the kuta triple inverter technology. It me save 70% energy. Bars. Oh baby, I say 1 hour icing technology. 1 hour pair na ice ni na be. The whole of Africa, higher freezers no pair and the high pressure microcellular foaming technology. Equipping BBR fresh for 150 hours with just 7 days without electricity. And you are here stabilizer and no kutane high range voltage stabilizer. Higher fridges and freezer make us a convertible. Any what to be converted freezer into a full fridge and a fridge so into a full freezer. And yo come from additive fridges and freezers so by heart without apology. Just for you. Higher fridges and freezers promo season himu. Can who cook from Nansen yao.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob. Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and
Egusu awutie Peace 104.3 akasima eduonu nwotwe na yama yimuso na Ghana ngrasifo nyina president odi ahenkan Kwame Yeboah enemo abetoaso akwakopem se ebebo nwumre nondu nti ene platform emaso the platform show nya ade beba so odi ahenkan Kwame Yeboah numbo na waba na onemo abetoaso akopem se ebebo nondu. Now second issue at that table no so aka enafua aduanan enum 45 days to go na ye kwa akoto aba ye be president foforo na ye yimra hyebedwafo foforo leader ben en ye here from 7 January 2025 leader ben the intina sa leader no ye yi no eno ena me ne honorable Ayepe ene Erica J etwetwe eho enkomo rago your mom's best saying 10 on okay mama here 10 will do okay maybe na kan cha mama honorable Ayepe sima du na mama Eric so sima edu na yetie de mpenefo ika honorable Ayepe
yo nana ayi metia hat echia etie minua Erica J honorable Afenyo Markin still is the majority leader of Ghana Parliament. Even at that Parliament, Speaker decided say Parliament nkwajina homeno na still or addressing as majority leader. Inti no eno betena studio ha I change say and the Afenyo Markin nya majority that he is. Ye ti papa bi no ye MP me ko to no parliament. Ye friend MTN. Michael Tay Nyanu o se Nyawanu. Ono so na Honorable Do Ajawo no ye Speaker of Parliament, right? Honorable Do Ajawo. And a papa yi Kesseh or ye MP NDC MP na mu so gina wo as independent candidate. Ye wa ha. Ye hu near right Honorable Do Ajawo eye. Inti ya kan near ebiasi pen a ebiasi pen na mum enede no sa wutuwe obi wi awade nya hwe we the next time na dakoro okowi awade na wode ko police station as we the mo fa nko court a na no nkire se na no ade no fine wan wia anase enye wo yawo ebia afei na wasi giran se nipa no wo pese we de ko court. The standing orders of parliament nana yawo is a subset of the Constitution of Ghana, the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. It is a minua eka standing orders are. Supreme Court ukura wo to me say standing orders no so orders ni bi wo ma and the Constitution enhia otumi bogu na nsia ebisi enche kura. It is Supreme Court wo to me our standing orders no so. Separation of powers enchire say yaka separation of powers in ti na say parliament eye biribi na basa baba etiamra constitution emfa kwanma na so obi de kwadam Supreme Court ni hu to me say yes separation of powers in ti mo nka ho hwe and na Supreme Court or ho say den and intina se ye act bi wo parliament ya pass ya wie a president kra assent to that act obi to be kukuru sa act in the Supreme Court. Ema Supreme Court catch the parliament say sa mre ya mo ye de mati nti mra no me Supreme Court ma bagu nti si ya can separation of power nti say parliament Supreme Court into me check a parliament separation of power doesn't mean say there be me what say but what can you say separation of powers and at the same point so we say one tias say parliament esi ginan na obi akukuru e de akopa na Supreme Court akase twanansa
o say de no ya hwe ye beduru ba bi no parliament ntimi nya na adwuma speaker trans o de aban bo ho na obi di court
yes and that anya say parliament take decisions bebre emu ahe
but we are creating a precedent
and we will never get there because parliament no and your separation of powers. Now so check and balances will check you. No, you see, I check you. Inti you to me say because of separation of powers inti. Na we are there able to make gidi about parliament. How and the Supreme Court say ken na don't cry ye obi di aba ye be hwe ye be cry be cry na favor with decision you know. Inti ken we cry wansanke ye dua. And wansanke ye chinye kura. And I say speaker because me saka judgment be via Supreme Court into obi ankotena baby ote na yentwen near Supreme Court beka and no nkyere say Supreme Court presenting ho as being more powerful than parliament no na momu no edu say yenya mra yenya act yenya constitutional instrument yenya legislative instrument parliament ewotumi eba say yen interpret constitution no so ya na yenhwe say act bi enkuntia constitution na so ya yenhwe enforcement of the constitution and the laws on say e house Supreme Court e wotumi and you actually say yemu man day-to-day activities of the ruling of the country say executives no so e wotumi sing other two arms no into whatever you take it baby wo ha obi ahoden ebro bi so e constitution na dey ama won into baby obi ahoden ebro wo so no so dey say ahoden ya adwuma o say man kwan no dey ya adwuma and the Supreme Court into me sorry me kire near aban president nye anopa osore a sanso ana president so to me ko kire near parliament nye na momu say constitution wu twabo bi dim na so oba no betene na obetene no na make say na so wuti am make say the window in this constitution is the Supreme Court si ya hu kire nga ya famu pue akogye mframa ne ya home. Anything a lawyer for a law student, lawyer na catch you say the constitution is a living organ. Me, kwa uba science man, scientists yes yande Supreme Court is non living thing. But lawyer never catch you say sorry, constitution is not living thing. But lawyer Becca choose the constitution there. It's nana near if I'm you know how true it is. Say enche parliament beba. About ya wo enyuma bi wo ho ya though in the first quarter of 2025 president can spend on executive instrument, but in the appropriate way I'll say first quarter budget for first quarter 2025 be budget not minister of defense minister of finance the budget by parliament near approval man your other loan agreement be what say yehwe nti womra meye nana hina na what say Ghana for to Abama no na obeye president over this country sase mu bisa me a meka che usi yo nyina yanya baako ne yanto abana fama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia hadenti na meka sa nana se wo hwe baabi a ewiase akodu ahokyira abawiase mawiase nyina sikasem akọ atwe na ebi aka Ghana yehia onimdifu bia o wan hyehyɛ pa ɔde ne hyehyɛ a ɔde ato apon so ma animdifo akenkan bi wɔn atie bi wɔn kasa saa adwene na okita de a ɛne yɛde ɔman ne hyɛ wɔn sa ebetumi ama ɔman yi adiye nti yɛmfama mo ana yɛmfama no na omu nipa egina epetumi ni nyina de no kware ni sɛ wo hwa ɛnyɛ sɛ me yɛ PP ni nti na meka mikasi yɛmfama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
because on the MPP ni
if he say ono na samri ewo mu enu ohawa wiase wo mu na ebia ka Ghana no obetumi ahwa no ono na ode nhyehyɛ pa egu akwan mu a saa ohaw yi obetumi ahwa no ono na ode nhyehyɛ pa egu akwan mu a ebetumi ama Ghana yensikasem etumi agina bran Emiri atwamu no ode ne 70-point agenda ebetu gwa ebobo bi su kire yen anu achi ode ne manifesto bold solution manifesto atugwa achire all the sectors eniema oba obeye no de atugwa na ama Ghana etube gina na nanso nana oka na yenuanu bi se adan ena onye ne samiri nana wa asase o amene the latest of it all say IMF growth what ma Ghana say oh Ghana for mo yere mo hu a mo betumi anyin ena what the 3.0 abeka ho es ania mo ya ne de aburo yan adwene ene ye nti aseso na ye hwe say impo se mo yere mo hu a mo betumi akomanim asing nia yang yesusu edemamo now no World Bank Bible and Timber Kesseh your economy has turned the corner nana and 2016 ye take you over no na ye reserve kra is about 2 weeks reserve and ye tumi akọ 3.1 ye gusu kọ 3.5 almost more than $7 billion reserve now no gold ya to ediesie Dr. Bawumia say yenya sika ni e de akwosesa dollar ni e de asie ana ye koton ade ni yenya dollar ni e de dollar no asie na amanfo so ho kire won na dollar no kwa na ekosoro adan na mo ma ye mfa cedi no enkoto gold e wo cedi na ye mfa nsie na ye mfa nya gold reserve na ye increase ye gold reserve no mom na entumi amwa yen ene Bank of Ghana edia ye adwuma emane yen gold reserve over $5.5 billion gold ya to de asie eka ho bi na cedi no enhwe ase kotokotokotokoto ye no nti Dr. Bawumia ehyehyɛ ya ode agu apon mu no say ye ka kire wusi wo hoi eniema ma ye den na momu ye betuma ma credit point ebetumi aboa wo na watumi anya credit worthy na se bibi kura na akwakoto ase wo sika na da home pa wudi sika na bekwa akoya adwuma na wo fa sika ni nyina enkoto adekodi a opese wo to no na momu no say TV now pabo with them okofa na utia bosumi bia ya tetewo nkakra kopemu se ubetua ka edi awie na enu yempe se yewa ha ani enya ban a wosi mu yuta enya adwuma nipa 1 million ye betreni won na ya pa adwuma ma amanone wote wodamu na ukita wo laptop na wode ya adwuma na wonya dollar ene nkukwa nkitenkete a ye ba bechicha ma ode agogu pesum na da ben na nkukwa biesen wo begin ato na wanya bidi ato aduan adi eno nso wo mpe se free senior high school a ye ba betua so ye niye na ye di ene pani bi aka ho na atuma bua na double tracker yegusi ifo saka school ni kakra bi a fi na wie na ye yi afi ho eno na wo mpe agenda 111 111 hospital enu ye be wie na omi abeti bi aka ho enu na wo mpe
mate nyese na me mpe but enu ho na me ka che o time aso nti ese me call Erica J ho na metie ono so decision time na waso egusu a otie kwa
dey kan ma menye correction kakra me kasana I never said say the Supreme Court of Ghana no they have no powers for interpretation. Nti now person or mislead etie for no yes na meka e na meka emra hodo a interpretation of the law it may take place and na meka say where there is procedural error and ambiguity of the specific provision here the I said so. And now I raise another issue to say what even happened in the house no speaker inform me the house of the vacancy now based on Article 97 G and H. He never gave any ruling in the house. Emrano nene standing orders no. Emma na kwan so inform the house based on the said article. Ntina ye nima de kode reporting ana omo se omo ntia se omo court. Say we declare seat vacant. And even granted Supreme Court says speaker could declare seat vacant. The remedy no be High Court for election purposes. That is where you go. And I make me say honorable. The problem here right side no. And I make actually say right hand side na motena no. By convention, not statutory.
But parliament
nowhere.
Conventions. The laws, the standing orders, and the conventions.
So can you go to court with convention?
You can't go to court. It's a part of constitutional parliamentary instruments.
May say, can you go to court on convention based on convention?
Convention is part
so
of.
So don't
the
talk about it here. You believe in the practice of parliament, and the parliament speaker the decision, but you don't believe in. You see the double standard.
Believe in what decision?
You see, so me say, right hand side now when your problem, no, put it in mind. Who free peace FM kwa? Oko baby a kanisa. By convention, and there be a majority they turn right. Yanyemra. Enti enye so obi ajiwa ko nwanti no wura ho na wonya baby ntina other side do na seat ni o ada na man kwetena se o ti ase enye I don't ever fancy Matthias or say or no believe in the convention and the law. That's true. What the parliament and now your legislature and that ben you can say deal with here they are about to convention
parliament and I'm say we work with conventions in the house. Otherwise me say conventions me do to me some amankata.
Point noted, Mate. Me na ma adwuna maso until there.
Me da se. Enunti no. Me on point me gina ne say I see no ambiguity in the said provision. I see no procedural error in what speaker did for informing the House of DSC based on evidential you in your electoral commission notice of proof. Say nkofo we say. Enti wanya boni bia. Waye de wo so ye. Na wa say de omo ye ikra me de me won akra no say de obi twika ana driver. Na I was for the license and a chika na ya chill say unkita license now drive ya obi anim say was onya license and say what drive it meboa I know a strict liability nana me say driver ni bia no yenim say oje license and say what drive it Nti enya hu wa wo driver na wo ne license no. Eno ye street liability. We den a emra na da ho pefe se wo ne license. Nti nya fe na kwa dubofo du kugina court a wo so no meprove beyond reasonable doubt ne ade. Do you have a license? No. Straight. So if we link that article 97 according to criminal cases, that is the example I'm giving. And it's also on Tiasia. I have no qualms with you. But me say we are creating a precedent. Yebema parliament now a weak to some level. I better than no. Adie bia enye obi den obi beka so court. And about the answer na ye democracy no ene ye match mato ayeden abem. And said ye be ya sanity.
But me madwen ye me say. Emra no say na esitie nti no se bibi nye obi de. Na or the court no nya kasa wie na no be position of the law na enu mom share ye democracy mo
mama ka say moncho omo court na no mo pay interim injunction no court no grantee in perpetuity na ma ho unim this period hama be course for parliament unim adwuma we so omudi at this tension dey aba ye niye we yeah nothing on the table o mo na mo wo bibia mo deba but because of the tension kakra na mo create here no is parliament working. Speaker say wa agenda house no indefinitely afenyo ntimi nka say we resume say parliament or that powers.
No, but say Odum said there's constitutional provision that can make him trigger the recall of parliament.
Those things are there, but one say o share me kasa asia me say ye nyina ye nipa ba ko we ko e we b we
na aden na say only fault ni nyina ma afenyo na speaker no dey as a
leadership crisis.
Okay.
Oh, I am mechanic from day one. Afenyo is a crisis in parliament for the party. Masa, yiri unsemu pia ye boom. Ene ye boom, una hange ono. Ana, eno bi nesi no, me di catch me kan fie nyansa bia wan follow. Me se pani ni fie due. Adentina brofo consensus ye kan. Is consensus a law? Omo standing orders no, you order this and no quite consensus provision momo. But a total they sit and jaw. Utie speaker and on your munyina meeting or conclave and sober chamber. Utie leadership in interviews or mo grantee or muchiano abotoyemu ama no bi antena wanse. So consensus is key in governance because you are crowding from my head ebu. Na yes are 3 weeks aka parliament ya cruise no. Yeah, majority title na yeah the FIFA ranking and I hear they go.
Nene mo nko tsan ya mo
tin. Ba asem kana make me person mo ti omo ho asese akaka bense ni dwa no they should reduce it. Yes. Eno na de omo land where we are today. Enti wo na wo say wo title ya je free nsem a wani abra wo court. Wo ko defend na wo ko fie ko pension a wo the title no ko. So what we are saying is that this is the time for the new patriotic party to know sec. Even if political power is given to one political party, and your warranty is that DBA was trying to beat me. So they should go and sit, relook at the issues. Now, at the end and running as a peace council, now other bodies are starting engaging political parties. Say peace council, no name say a creature of law. Is it Act 810 or so? Professor Mills Penson Institute here, 2011. At the end of my anything because Omo who say at the end of AC no. And the tension be bus system near kwa battle and yes a basta. I support it. Intim penny for a fear near small moment parties no your moko kazano. Inti sena penny or chamber on their side and kawe and ye issue gajo braille. Baka kabinsen baby a dear duno. Quickly on election 2024. I believe strongly say Ghana for aba ye kwa kotono. Ye be shek ya sitem near their kotoaba. Ghana for the company and nibre ne beto aba. Amane o how near Benedia MPP for the Ghana for akomu mfie nso ekomfie nwotwe nyame nko anenim ene o ye babunu na o ye adwuma wa yiye na obosom je 500 na se utimi ekọ adwuma basa ma bosom so a nya aban na ahwe nyame na ahwe ene trotro from Kesseh to Circle etisen ena Ghana babunu de beto aba akwada na o ye national service a na katua 650 Ghana no ya o free Kesseh ene kwa adwuma wo East Legon unim lorry fa otua
national say omo je 799
granted unim lorry fa otua ohan dan otua nsuo bo na media ha me wa ban we kura no sa usomboot no omode aba meter no new meter no ya sesa wo de
omo sesa
asa ne de aban ne kadida bi na obeti afiri ade ye de mo ka na me na me top prepaid 500 Ghana cedis ya sesa me meter me 1000 me increase if you feel Aden ye de mo ka
Ebi a zero tena fie chance na
me aden na dem tifie dia na me campaign time no me nenam sase ne Ghana for the President Akufo-Addo ne nabusuamfo no kan no monya ne eje. Look at them. A political party a wetimi aba ban mu akrata leaky kwan obefa so adu pure man. The SCB as mu implement it. Esi ya so obi na twero ma na me na twero ma wa implement it. And then all state institutions mo de omani monyam nyina akofom. Why are you running a nation like that? Ghana for the Sanyema we nyina na beto aba. Under President Akufo-Addo, look at the way Ghana for timi kaseti court. Papa Akufo penso sana na kaseti court. Rollins penso ni nyina ye tumi dia ye modenti no mo sai obi ani monyama wenya. Why? And Ghana for be boy electoral commission tiato aba say Erika J me madam for apia hena me ne train radio so osunyane ene o ye EC officer. Ghana for the sebu phone in the beto aba say ye wo political party a omo pese omo say democracy. Masa
ne krakra
ne say abato na ye kwa akone ye kwoto ne 2024 no ye ne da ache asem o se wo dwine da ache a wo beto aba pa ena ohu di ato na wo be dwine da ache ho ato aba enti wo ballot box wo gina ballot box no mu a enhwehwehwe ikini ye na unya hu kini ye na number no kura hia o de hwehwe kini ye no wo hu kini ye na number no so ye 8 the chosen number breaking the 8 to posters oni nyina academic campaign na to nsuom. And I believe strongly say we are winning this election. And I like how the men of God in this country almost prophecies neighbor me Christo ni uni me gisanya manidi and I say me hu say prophet Bernard akasa na mani ajepa o se de ono de wahu de ye di nkunim nyame hira na omo mpa ye mai.
Hey but oka bibi so na ehu before
no. Yes. And me ginyame di me ntisa ye nua no reserve players yi Ousu ben passion nkomo omo de ofiri nyame but share different one there and there bro sam de ne ba
ate kwaje ye nya bre nko ousu ben pan komhye mu ne me da se kwaje me da se o ai apon ene ma me chiai ai chia na sorry ko
me chia Ghana fo nyina
if abamenka say this is the maiden edition of this show.
Okay.
And one honorable IAP monso mona moti anonti despite me the adamase.
Yes, we adamase.
Yami nshirabo.
Bonus susu mu anama hunyate.
Honorable IAP.
Na
me da si.
Yes, we da se papa.
Yami nshirabo.
Echi abusuafo nyina.
Amen. I was out for a friend and I Kesseh waiting from the Cardinal on the session time. I mean, Sankebium said decision time unti and then some young como amaso. Decision time unti and the platform emaso. Decision time to Kasabre Minia Odia and Kai Kwame Yaboa. Because I bring go fast sports, but Nina Maso. Udini Motna Amanusia Cassia Bonaba, Cassia Bonachi oversign Abetuaso. Also for Kojo Asante, Patricia Sefa Fisher, Naomi Obenewa, Prince Bafo Asamoah, Isaac Opoku, Abdullah Dasmani, and about Chidom, I mean the decision time, Ebremo. I mean, I don't want a Juada, Yabasia, about decision times. The radio soon be Jobia, Uti, and every year. That was since Unyada GET. I mean, I don't want Ibisia a Juada. Nana, I can say the Cardinal here. And the radio soon be Jamunina. Mejamo amaminia odi ahenkan Kwame Yeboa Ghana and Grasifo nyina boys SP. Onemo atna. Kasiebo no beba no nsia. kase bonachi obesan ba beto aso me de awurade asomdwe jam makramo